whatever voice. Okay, we ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Fort, where we bring you the wildest, wackiest, and most whimsical stories from the front lines of fun. We've got tales and adventures, mishaps, and sheer foolishness that'll have you rolling on the floor with laughter. So grab a snack, kick back, and join us as we dive into a world of absurdity and chuckles. Who knows what kind of wild ride we'll go on today? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a fortastic time. I am Jared.
And I'm Jared, because I'm ready to have a fortastic time.
Fortastic.
It's fortastic.
Oh, man. And joining us once again is Andrew from the Fort Worth Roots.
Fortastic.
Fortastic.
Calm down. Go home.
Shut
Hey,
the fuck
you guys go home.
Shut
Jesus.
the fuck up.
These people just...
Wow, that was one hell of an intro you read
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Yeah.
so, yeah, Funky Panther, they gave me the idea of doing one of those AI bots, the Chat GPT.
I love stealing content from those guys.
Oh, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
They give me so many good ideas. No. But I always credit them, so. fuck
Yeah.
off. But yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers.
to whoever the
Funky
fuck you
Panther.
are.
Funky
Funky
Panther.
Panther, there we go.
Funky Panther.
Almost like Tales from the Fort.
Whoever the
And
fuck you
Shaquille
are.
O'Neal, if you're listening to this, we want you on the Funky Panther, big guy.
I'd rather have you on my show, but
Yeah.
oh god, that would be so cute.
You
if
got to
I
come
just-
up with your own guy, though.
I know. I need.
Why
Who's a cool-
Why do they want Shaq so much?
Well, because it's Shaq, and he
Well,
lives
yeah.
in North Texas now. But I did a little video today,
Yeah.
kind of, piggybacking on that, but telling him that we want him on the Funky Panther. But
Yeah.
can you imagine the fallout?
if he shows up on your...
And I already
Oh my
decided,
God.
like, if I was to get reached out, like, if somebody was to contact me and be like, hey, we saw your post and he wants to be on your show, I'd be like, well, you can, but you're going to have to go on the Funky
Yeah.
Panther first.
They've got to
Right.
come on.
Right.
We've got to do this big mix-up episode of like
Yes.
3 different or 2 different podcasts recording their own episode.
I'm not pissing in that Kool-Aid.
God, do you have any idea? No, it'd be cool to have. I'd love to get a big celebrity on.
You
I
got
don't
me,
know.
boy.
Yeah.
What's
but
up?
Whoa.
Bigger.
Yeah, big.
Nah,
Big.
no.
Big.
Am I not big
Like
enough
Shaq.
for you?
Like-
Muy
I
buco?
mean, he's big.
No.
I mean, he's big.
No,
I don't
big
know if
enough.
Shaq could get through your door,
He
dude.
fucking probably could.
No.
Have to make
Oh
some
no, I'd have
modifications.
to. Yeah, I'd have to like set up the studio out in the kitchen
Yeah,
or
no
something.
shit.
Take one of those foam noodles and like wrap it around the upper door frame.
Yeah. Do you remember the? I don't know if he was a part of it, but you remember the Taco Bell commercial where they had the taco neck syndrome,
No.
where they'd always been like this, and all these people were going into the doctor, and their head would be tilted to the side, like when you go to eat a taco,
Huh.
and they'd have doorways, and on the side it would have a big cutout to where their head would go straight
What the-
through.
Should
There
make
was
an
this-
honest commercial and call it taco asshole syndrome.
God,
Yeah.
last time I had it, me and Jenny, God, we had it
Why did you do it to yourself? I'm asking because
Yeah.
I do it to myself too.
because it seemed like a good idea at the
yeah,
time.
I know.
Mm.
Start thinking about
And
that.
then when you go to
double
taco,
layered.
yeah, everything looks good on the menu when you're there, especially if you're hungry.
Starving.
And then you order like 6 things, and then you eat 2 of them, and then the rest goes in there. One time I had a girl, I was dating a girl years and years ago.
This is gonna
and-
be a weird story.
Yeah.
Well, she went to wash my car while I was at work. 'Cause I don't remember why the fuck she had to borrow my car, but she was being nice to me or something. Yeah, filming a video.
Yeah.
No.
Baby, come on, get it down.
Pick a different fucking song.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the girl?
You left nipple prints on my windshield. but yeah, she comes back and she goes, I found out what that horrible smell was in your car. I was like, what was it? And she goes, you got a taco in your glove box.
What
I was
the
like,
fuck?
oh yeah. Well, I forgot
Been
it,
looking
but
for
I didn't. I think someone was.
Taco
I was
Bell
either fixing
taco?
it. Yeah,
Oh.
someone was fixing it in the car, so I was like, I'll save this for later, and I put it in my glove box. And
I'll save this bad boy for
Yeah.
Because that's the natural
this isn't going to
thought.
waste. This 99-cent taco. I'm not going to lose money on that son of a bitch. Oh, but yeah.
Honestly, even after the odor kicked in, it might still be good, right? I mean, it's just 100% preservative, so I can't imagine how it could go bad.
Probably.
Right.
I mean, it was a crunchy taco. It's
mostly
probably all
a yoga
soggy.
mat.
You probably lifted up and just.
And was it? And it had to be summertime, right? So obviously
Yeah.
Still
it stayed
warm.
warm.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a little
yeah. It's like a little,
Like Tony's
oven.
pizza,
Yeah.
still warm.
Tony's Pizza. Where now he's not only known for his pizza, but his ability to make people smile.
You're gonna have to leave that chat thing
Way to go,
alone.
Tony. Oh,
I
shit,
I
that's
deleted it, but
addiction.
I asked that Chat whatever the fuck it is.
GPT,
Yeah.
Something.
CPT.
something.
I asked it to write some story for Tales from the Fort, and it came up with Tony's Pizza. And this story is stupid as fuck. It sounds like a fourth grader wrote it, but it's basically like Tony had really good pizza. It was very delicious. The only thing about Tony is that he was very punctual. And if he said he was going to get a pizza there at 6 p.m., he was going to get it there at 6 p.m. And then some of his friends played a prank on him, and they said they needed a pizza at 6 p.m. So he gets there, and then they pounced him and I guess beat the shit out of him, stole the pizza, and went off in the woods where they built a fort. And then he leaves all mad. And then a few days later, those guys come back and say, hey, you want your pizza? And then he's like, yeah. So then he comes back over there, and they explain the prank to him. And then they give him the pizza, which is still hot and delicious a few days later somehow.
Tony's friends are crystal
Yeah.
meth addicts.
So then it said from that day forward, Tony was not only known for his pizza, but for his ability to make people smile.
And his shit friends.
Yeah.
Way to
His
go.
shitty friends that
Shit-ass
somehow still have
friends.
this magical pizza that's still hot and delicious 4 days later.
Fuck Tony's friends.
Shit, by the time you get through eating a pizza, it's not even good anymore.
Tony needs you as a
Yeah.
friend. That way you could save his pizza in
know.
your glove
Exactly.
box.
What's your name? What's
There's
your
a slice
name?
in the glove box,
Tony.
buddy.
Fuck you, Tony.
Yeah.
And your pizza.
Don't you say it.
Don't you?
Don't you say it.
Even if it is on time.
Well, guys, thanks for having me back on the show,
Yes.
man.
Hell yeah.
So
Sir.
psyched. I sent a pretty explicit message in response to getting invited back on the show.
Yeah.
What did I say?
What'd you
I don't
say?
remember. You were hard and all sorts of stuff.
I said I'm flattered, honored, and semi-hard. That's what it was.
Nice.
Yeah. All true, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flattered, honored, semi-hard. Let's get weird. And I was like,
Let's get weird.
say no more.
How is the Fort Worth roots going?
It's going good, man.
Yeah.
We're this week is going to be a busy week. We got invited out, and I also saw that the Funky Panther was on the list too. We got invited to kind of sponsor Forever Fort Worth's Valentine's Day event at El Chingon. It's called Love is War, and that's when is this episode right here going to release?
Probably
Or
Tomorrow.
11:30.
Okay. All right. So
Well, the episode, yeah. The video, I still haven't even done the video from last week.
That's
I've
all
just
right.
been with the house hunting and shit. I'm
if
just
you,
like,
if you get on it though, people will start watching. I
Yeah.
put YouTube off for a long time, and then I started getting some
Oh,
views,
yeah.
so I started keeping up with it, and
Well,
half your viewership is eventually going to start
Yeah.
coming from YouTube.
Well, I've noticed that. I've got like the episode with GT on here.
Mhm.
We had a guy that's I know that's a professional disc golfer. He was on our show.
Nice. Respect.
He was on our show, and then that YouTube one got like a little over 100 views, which is a lot for us. And then the episode got like 20 listens or something like that. I was
Yeah.
like, shit.
It
I was
just
like,
depends. It just
Yeah,
depends. So we got that event. I think it's the 15th. What is that? Tuesday or Wednesday?
That'll be Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. And then later in the week, 17th, whatever day that falls on, we've got
Friday.
Visit Fort Worth over at the Fort Worth Convention Center. We got invited out for that. We're going to be sharing a table with Jerry Jonestown Massacre. And I
Nice.
got to tell you, dude, I had no idea how big this event was.
Right.
And I was sitting there with a reporter for the Fort Worth Weekly last week. I'm sitting across from him. We're talking about this thing. And I'm like, oh, dude, are you going? He's like, I couldn't actually get a ticket. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you couldn't get a ticket? He's like, yeah, I wasn't invited, and I didn't really look into getting a ticket, but I don't think I'm going. I'm like, how big is this event? He's like,
Damn.
oh, it's a big deal.
Oh shit.
And I was like, well, I was going to go dressed like this.
I got to wear a
And-
suit.
And he's
everything.
like, if you go like that, you are probably going to get kicked out. So,
Who let the homeless guy in?
Yeah.
so
Who
it's
is
going to be a
this
busy week, but Fort Worth Roots it's going good, man. I've got a lot of unanticipated support from it. People are just really there for it,
Yeah.
Good.
and it's kind of getting me in the feels lately.
Yeah.
But it's going really well. Viewership is way up,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Have y'all seen that TikTok thing where he's like, "Oh man, people ask me all the time how I do so good, and I don't know, man. I just don't know." That's how I feel right now.
Pretty much it, yeah. Well, it's awesome. It's just because I've seen it being, growing and stuff.
Right.
And even when the name of the podcast just sounds like something you've heard before. Just Fort Worth Roots. Like, I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, it just
Maybe it's the Fort Worth part, but
it's probably you live in that city.
Fort
so-
oh,
Worth.
that's where I live. That's right. All right.
Weird. And our podcast is called
Tales from the
Tales
Fort.
from the Fort.
Did you
so-
forget?
Fort and Fort Worth.
Fort.
That's weird.
I
I wonder
whenever,
how you heard that
It's
before.
It's Fortastic.
but yeah, fantastic. But whenever I don't know how I was introduced to your show, but whenever I saw that, I thought you guys had been around a lot longer than you had. And
Oh,
I
that's cool.
got to looking at your episodes. I'm like, oh, dude, they're brand new.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But your graphics are badass. Your content's
Well,
solid.
a lot of the stuff I got because I did another podcast
Right,
Tuesday
right.
for a little over a year.
Right.
And I think that one we ended up not quite 40 episodes on that one, but I mean, we did quite a bit on there, but I learned a lot of the mistakes early on from there. And then now that so that one I always recorded over Zoom
Mm-hmm.
because at the time when I started it, I was in San Antonio and then my co-host was up in Fort Worth. So we just do a Zoom call. We had the good mics and everything. I'd record it, I released it, everything. But then when I moved up here and then started this one, I was like, I want to set up a studio. I want to have people in here. I want to meet these people because you can get probably a lot more guests through, virtual just because it's easier for them. But I was like, I just want that interaction. Like, you have a better flow because I've done the, interviews with people on the, Zoom and stuff. And I'm just like, it's fun, but you don't get that full, getting to know someone thing. So,
Yeah.
You want to hear some high maintenance shit? I got contacted by, I don't know the actual position. I'm just going to say secretary, but for the United Way of Tarrant. And they contacted me and they're like, hey, we'd like you to interview our president and CEO, blah, blah, blah. But, to save time, can we do it over the phone? And I responded with, no,
Yeah.
no, we can't. We got to do it in person.
Yeah.
And then I stepped away from that conversation. I'm like, seriously? Seriously? The CEO of
United Way.
and you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's really high maintenance. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
no
But
shit.
no, but it's gotten to the
Such
point
a
where I've
diva.
tried it.
Yeah.
I've tried it a couple times where you try to do it remote, and
Yeah.
it's just
It's-
not the same, man.
No,
No.
you don't have the same camaraderie, I guess, and stuff. Plus, there's a lot more issues that can go on. Plus, you don't know what
Yeah.
equipment they have on their end,
Right.
and then it's just
I just think the
Kinda odd.
flow. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, we can read each other's body language. We can kind of sense okay, this topic's not really going anywhere.
yeah.
Let's move on and let's get something else going. And
Plus, you have that weird
there's always
So
that-
how's it going up there? And
Big pause. Yeah.
right.
it's going good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So, not the other. No one else that you're talking to.
Right.
So.
Who else would we be talking to? Oh, I thought you guys were just having a conversation with each other. Well, you're
Oh,
our
motherfucker.
guest.
Yeah, join in, like-
bitch.
If you're on the show, that show's supposed to be, about you. So
Yeah.
we're interviewing you. If you want to say something, I mean,
Jared, that got a little hostile. Were you thinking about somebody particular?
No. No.
It seemed like there was some emotion
No, I
attached
just-
to it.
I just don't like the whole Zoom shit. What we had to go through in 2020, 2021. We
Oh,
had to
yeah.
do all the Zoom stuff. We were just talking about Johnny, who we have on here, and he's in our Theater Boosters members and board members. And back in 2020 and 2021, we had to do everything by Zoom.
Right.
Even the kids had to put on a play
through Zoom.
I think it went to YouTube, but Amanda, my daughter, she went up into her room and she had to put on her performance and record it, and then they put it all on YouTube. So everybody did their parts individually, and then they put it all together and put it on YouTube. It
sounds
was the
like-
weirdest thing.
It sounds like an episode of Twilight that they played in the 1960s.
I agree.
Right?
I think it was. Yeah.
Like, imagine a world.
Yeah.
Like,
in a world.
no way. How would
where
that
human
ever happen?
contact is not possible.
Yeah.
And then just today, we took Casey to try to get a refinance her Jeep, and we went to some credit union in Keller, and they sent us into an office. Like, well, you'll be in office 1, you'll connect, and they'll come on the computer, and you'll talk to them there. And we're like, okay. So we sit down. This person pops up on the computer, and they start talking to us like, what the fuck is this?
Was it a real person? Or was
Yeah,
it like AI?
no, it was. I
Yeah,
think it was
hi,
real.
thank you for
far as I
choosing.
know.
Yeah, it was DJ Max.
Yeah.
Maximilian.
Max Headroom.
little red light in the middle of the room. Good morning, Dave.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Was that the Space
Odyssey?
Yeah.
Space Odyssey.
Dude, that is. Have you seen that movie?
Mhm.
It holds up too.
Like,
It's still good.
graphics
It's still
wise,
good.
but it's creepy.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, because
Dave,
of the
don't
way
do that,
they,
Dave.
they did the long pauses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like what is it, like a 4-hour long movie? It's long as shit.
I think
pretty-
it's only like 2.5, but it feels like 4 hours because there's not much dialogue.
No, and there's like
Mhm.
these huge, long, uncomfortable, like quiet moments, and you're just like, what?
And then that AI voice is just like, Dave,
Yeah.
Dave, please don't unplug that.
You're killing
Just very, you're killing me.
I thought you left me, Dave.
Yeah.
this, Dave? That doesn't feel like
What about-
Dave.
What about
Hot
last
Pocket.
night, Dave? Please don't plug that in. Me.
Dave, I need to talk to you about your extended car warranty.
Yeah. I just blue screen, Dave. Please restart. Oh man! All right. Well,
Well, right there's a great segue. You
well.
wanted to talk about movies.
Talking
you
about
did.
movies.
You did.
However,
So,
the
Way
first
to
movie
just
you
move
brought.
right into that. Look at this. It's like Andrew knows what he's doing or something.
No, I'm just here for the free Celsius. Delicious drink.
Sponsored by.
Did you
Nazis.
hear about the lawsuit?
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, am I going to immediately
You
regret
can-
opening this?
No,
No,
it's they advertise there's no artificial flavors, and there's like one artificial flavor, I think, in the orange one. Or something.
right.
Fucking Liver King in a can,
So
bitch.
if you have receipts from back whenever this time is, you could turn it in and get like
get-
$200.
Yeah, you can
back or
get
something.
reimbursed up to like 250 or
Yeah.
something like that.
They're going after people for false
Oh, fuck
shit
yeah.
now. Y'all know the Liver King, that whole escapade?
Mm-mm.
There's this guy.
Mm-mm.
Buckle up, folks. There's this
Okay.
guy, and I mean, pictures of this dude. He's a Greek god. His body with the muscle structure and everything.
I do know who you're talking
He's
about.
an action figure. He's
He's
exactly
fucking
what
liver.
every dude wants to look like, right?
So he's a lot like me.
Bodybuilder.
Exactly like other Jared.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's telling
The muscles
people
and
that
really good looking.
he got this ripped off of eating like liver and cow nuts and just disgusting shit, like basically animal byproducts,
Lovely.
and his patented formula, a supplement, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, bunch of people buy his supplement. Bunch of people start eating liver and pig assholes and whatever the fuck else. And
He's just laughing.
Like a pig. Squeal like a pig.
somebody got into his emails and was like, "Oh, here's a 12,000 or more. It might have been as much. Don't quote me on this. Might have been as much as like $20,000 a month. A month that
month?
this dude is spending on steroids, right?
Jesus.
Now who feels
Dude,
stupid
that's a
eating all
lot of
those?
steroids.
Who feels dumb eating all those pig assholes? now?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he
I just like, what?
he's in super deep shit because of course everybody that was giving him money for like
Right.
sponsorship and people that were buying his product, nobody's touching that shit anymore, right?
Right.
Well, not only that, but now there's a class action lawsuit against him. The people that
Jesus.
bought his supplements, guess what? They want their fucking money back
Exactly.
because
Fuck yeah.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's the documentary of your Bigger, Stronger, Bigger, Stronger, Faster. Have you ever seen that documentary?
No, but it's about my penis.
Hey, oh.
Oh. Hey. Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. Go home.
Shut up. Murray.
Is that Murray?
Yeah.
No, so Bigger, Stronger, Faster is actually a really good documentary, but this guy, he goes and looks into steroids and kind of tells you what steroids are and stuff
Yeah.
and explains it. And then he goes into other performance enhancing drugs and everything like Adderall and stuff like that for people that need to study. He's like, it's just, like a performance enhancing drug. But one of the parts in there, he goes and, fuck, why did I have to start telling this story?
I don't know, but I'm loving it.
I
Keep
don't know.
going.
Yeah, keep going. Don't
Tell
stop.
more.
No, you said
Don't
something.
stop.
made penis.
No, supplements. Oh, steroids. Supplements, steroids. Where was I going? Fuck.
I don't know. It's okay though. We forgive you.
Don't stop.
Well, he talks about a lot of bodybuilding and shit, and then he even goes through like, that's what it is. Okay, so he's at a
We're back on track.
kind of like Hydroxycut, how they would do the photo shoots and stuff, and he's there, and then the guy's telling him like, yeah, I take Hydroxycut, but that doesn't mean that's the only thing I take. Yeah. And it's just like, okay. So he's all ripped and everything. But then they did a photo shoot with a guy, the 30-day results, did it same day.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the first one just look all kind of depressed and everything with his shirt off. And the next one, they gave him a spray tan. He looked all happy and stuff and kind of flexing a little bit. And then they did it and they showed it side by side. And it's exactly what you would think in the thing.
So it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Right.
On the same day.
Yeah.
And
it's literally the guy doing the documentary.
Okay,
so he's chubby and everything. He's,
wow.
He's not like out of shape, but he's not like in shape.
But he tanned. He's got better
they give him a spray
posture,
tan and everything.
Smiling.
Yep.
Okay.
It was weird. I was like, dude, that's kind of very misleading.
Change your posture.
Yeah.
Lose
What's this called again?
Yeah.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah, it's a really good documentary actually. Because
Andrew's Pepe.
Part of me's in the credits.
Yeah. Wee. Because there for a while I was big into like working out, and then I'd watch that one and
filmed in the same day.
Yeah. This is my penis without it, and this is that and Pumping Iron is one I watched a lot with Arnold.
Yeah,
that one's great. Man.
I used to watch that on repeat.
Every day I am coming.
Yeah,
I am constantly coming. The pump.
Yeah,
the pump is like coming.
He literally does that. He's like,
when
I am in the gym, it's like coming. It's like I'm coming day and night. It's like heaven.
Dude, that's really good. Yeah, that's so good. You gotta add that to the button.
Yeah. Oh.
He's going through a crowd. And they're like, Arnold, how much milk do you drink? He's like, no. He's like, milk is for babies. He's like, when you're a man, you drink beer.
That's so good. Damn.
And it's creepy how
good you are at that.
Yeah. Arnold has been like his like outlook and everything. He's telling in the documentary. He's like one guy. He was on the stage and I told him whenever you flex low, you gotta go oh, and when you flex high, you go ah. And he's like, so he's up there. He's just and everyone's looking at him like he's crazy. And I was like, dude, that is so like. What some of these athletes now that we look at as like or athletes or whoever that we look at them now and we're just like, dude, these guys are gods. They were gods back in the day. When you look at how they were back then, they were like cutthroat on some.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Like,
just the Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger competition between the two of them. Mm-hmm. That whole story right there is worth your time for sure. Yeah. But there, and then was it Ronnie Coleman? Wasn't he the? I always get his name wrong, but he was the massive bodybuilder.
Yeah, he was the guy that came later, like, the 90s, I think?
I don't know. But
he was an Arlington police officer.
Yeah, he was an Arlington police officer. And that's a great story right there in and of itself, but he was on a lot of steroids too. And he doesn't mince words about it. He's completely open about it. Mm-hmm. But he got so overdeveloped. And this happens a lot.
He was massive.
His muscular system overloaded his skeletal system. Oh. And now the man, if he's still alive, I don't even know, but he's in a wheelchair now. He crushed I don't know this, but it sounds like he crushed every vertebrae in his back, like completely destroyed his spine.
Right.
And he didn't know about this until years later. But while he was taking all those steroids and while he's lifting all that heavy weight, making all those records, he was destroying his entire skeleton.
Right.
And you don't realize that you're doing that kind of damage until your muscles start to kind of either deteriorate or you're not working out as much.
Exactly.
And now your body's like, oh, we don't have the muscles that were supporting us. I guess I'm in a wheelchair now. But he's been through so many surgeries for like reconstruction and shit. Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
Is that you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your face?
I had no beard.
Oh, okay.
I was skinny too. I was in shape and everything.
He's standing in that picture?
Yeah. Well, he is in a chair and then he'd stand up for pictures. Okay. It was at a bodybuilding thing.
What year was that?
2018.
Is he still alive?
Oh wow. Okay.
Look at you. I think I haven't heard he's dead.
Okay.
I just knew he was in really rough shape over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he was. He had a cane with him and everything. And
I add him to my Deadpool.
Uh-oh.
We gotta Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all have one?
We're going to start one. We're going to get some podcast. We're going to get you.
Don't put me on it.
No,
No,
you're
no,
in it.
no,
You're
don't
in
put
it.
me on it.
You're in it.
I claim
Funky
Andrew
Panther?
from Fort Worth.
No, you're not in. You're going to be in the Deadpool.
Well, I'm
We're all
definitely
going
to
to
outlive Javier. Right?
How old are you
Good
again?
on that.
Yeah.
Now, I think Chad's going to outlive us all.
No, we're all
Tim is
gonna-
going to be put in prison for life soon. So
We're all going
Sure.
to pick 3 celebrities.
Yeah, we figured we can all go, maybe put like 20 each in.
oh god,
Each picks, 3 celebrities. And
I don't know
then-
if I want this dark shit on my conscience. I don't know. This sounds
It's-
bad.
We're not doing anything to
Join us in the dark side.
yeah, we're not doing anything to actually harm them. It's just if they
capitalizing off of their
Yeah.
death. Yeah,
I'm
die.
not
It's
going
not
to go and kill
capitalizing. It's a
somebody.
friendly
somebody's
wager.
going to win a lot of money because there's a lot
Possibly.
of us pitching into this. It sounds
Yeah.
like
Could be.
But there's a lot of celebrities.
it's a lot of celebrities. But then it's always the ones you don't expect.
I know. That's why
Yeah.
you got to be strategic with your choosing.
Mm.
So,
Whoever's acting with Alec Baldwin is who I'm going to choose.
oh God, yeah, who's
wonder
on the
what-
crew of his next
What's
movie?
that guy up to? Is he going to prison? They
He's getting
convicted him with
charged for,
manslaughter,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
charged with it. I don't think they have had trial or anything yet, but
God, dude. No,
I mean,
like
I'm
he-
sure nothing will
Dumbass.
happen. to
Wasn't he
him, but
convicted?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Don't think he. I know he's
I'm
been
looking
charged.
it up.
Yeah, look it up.
I'm on it.
I think.
But yeah, man, that was a fucking terrible situation. And
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, I don't think Alec Baldwin should be at fault for that. I really don't. He's a fucking actor.
Yeah.
And there's somebody on set that is supposed to be in charge of handling the weapons, making sure that they're safe.
Yeah,
How the fuck is it his fault? I don't know. I don't understand that argument at all.
it's not like he went over there and put a bullet in. Just went, hey.
Unless
if
they
they-
know something we
if,
don't.
Well, if they trained him the right way, then he shouldn't have been, because even like my daughter's been doing this whole theater stuff, and
And she has to shoot a gun.
well, no, they're in their one act. What they're doing now, they are using toy guns.
Mm.
They are not supposed to be called guns. They are called tools,
Props.
props.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that's more kind of a school thing,
yeah.
because obviously you don't want to. Hey,
Yeah, if
can
you
you
go
give me the
around-
gun?
Yeah, give
You
me the
know.
gun. Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Oh my God! They got a gun in the theater room. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So far,
Um,
what I'm finding is he was charged, which
Yeah,
just
I don't
means-
think
charged.
they haven't done trial or anything yet, but I know he's been charged.
Yeah. But one of the directors, he is very adamant. He's well trained in all weapons, but definitely guns. And he says that any professional person training how to handle a gun, no matter what, whether you're just learning how to shoot a gun or an actor like dumbass Alec Baldwin, that you always treat a gun like it's loaded.
Oh yeah.
You always
That's the
treat a
number one
gun like
rule
it's
of
loaded.
guns.
That's
Yeah.
the very first rule.
You don't put your finger on the trigger.
Right. You never, yeah, you always treat a gun like it's loaded. So if he had the proper training, then yeah, he's totally at fault. But if he didn't and whatever, then maybe it's the trainer's fault. Fuck
I
the
don't
trainer.
know.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
The gun was
That's-
being used as a prop on the set of Rust, which was being filmed near Santa Fe, New Mexico in October 2021 when prosecutors say Mr. Baldwin pulled the trigger firing a live round that struck the cinematographer. I'm going to try real hard. Halyna. Halnya? It's HalYna. Hutchins. In a statement
Halina?
of probable
Halina.
cause, Robert Schilling, a special investigator for the district attorney's office, accused Mr. Baldwin of not receiving sufficient firearms training, they fucked that up, of failing to deal with safety compliance on set, of putting his finger on the trigger of a real firearm, and of pointing the weapon at the cinematographer and director. Yeah, now, why was he doing that?
yeah.
And why was-
exactly.
yeah.
Why was
Weird.
he?
Like
yeah.
he's just sitting around like, we ready? Oh yeah, you
Hey.
okay?
You ready?
Yeah.
You're not ready? Oh
Yeah.
shit, that was a live round.
We need a new cinematographer.
And I'd like to know the specifics, like how far away was this person?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it like he's
Yeah,
right there and
we
he's just
definitely need
listening?
more
and-
input.
God. And then, okay, so step back from that and imagine the mind fuck that's going on with him.
Dude, yeah.
Well,
He
yeah.
killed some. I mean, you're holding this thing, you think it's a prop, you point it at somebody, you pulled the
Exactly.
trigger, and, oh, fuck.
Right.
Well,
You
why
know?
was there live ammunition in it?
Why
you're-
is there?
because you should
Yeah,
have-
why is there a live
Because I know
gun?
blanks, if you shoot close enough, you're gonna, it still puts out a little bit of something
Right.
and everything. But
This
because
was the
they've showed
live
us, in
round.
the cowboy shows, they're like, all right, these are blanks, but and they hold the Coke can right up to it and it shoots
Yeah.
off.
Mhm.
So I think it's just like more the air, or I don't know, whatever. But
Well,
Right.
the,
I don't
the, the the way a blank works is instead of having the bullet that sits at the front of the shell, you have kind of an extension of the shell, and it's crimped together, and it's holding the powder in there. So you still have primer, which is the bang part. You still have some air in there where whenever it explodes, whenever the primer goes off, that expands.
Yeah.
And these are designed enough like a bullet that it will operate inside that same weapon system.
Yeah.
So like on a semi-automatic, so we did some of this whenever I was in the Army. You've got a magazine in there, and the way a semi-automatic rifle, gas-powered rifle like that works, whenever you shoot around, it has to have enough force to push that charger, the bolt carrier, to the rear so that it can reload the next round. Right. So it has to be able, the weapon has to be able to function properly. So there's got to be enough powder in it to do that.
Yeah.
Now, our rifles always had blank adapters on the end, and that's to keep the shit that's coming out from going straight. It will disperse the pressure out to the left and right.
Right.
And if there is any kind of, oops, here's a live round, it'll obliterate the rifle. It'll destroy the blank adapter, destroy the muzzle of that weapon, but should save someone's life.
It won't kill somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it might scare the shit out of the person shooting the fucking
You're just
gun.
shooting and
oh shit,
your gun
this whole
explodes.
thing fucking
Oh,
exploded in my
God.
hand.
I've never seen it happen, but yeah, it'd be real Looney Tunes style. I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope it
Elmer
would go.
Fudd
all-
with
yeah.
all-
I hope that's all that would
You're all
happen. I
black.
don't know.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. But it's terrible, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Alec Baldwin in a western anyway. What the fuck
Yeah,
was that
true.
about? Why was he in a western?
Yeah. Why does he want to be in a western?
He's always like an executive or something.
I felt the same way when I found out that who's old boy from Yellowstone,
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. They're like, yeah, he's gonna be the star of this like western type.
kind of cowboy ranch hand. And he's like,
What?
He actually does pretty good though.
Yeah. I mean, you like his character because he's
I've-
he's the man.
I've watched
I've always
like the
been kind of a
first
Kevin Costner
2 or
fan,
3
so.
episodes, but I have to focus on it, and it's hard for me to focus. But they're actually right next to my dad's antique mall. They do the interior shots for the Yellowstone 1883 Bass Reef story that they're filming.
You and Costner are like buddies or something?
Almost.
Okay.
But-
Why isn't he on the fucking podcast?
I
What the hell?
know.
You got me sitting here. You could
Why
have
do
the
we-
man.
No, none of the stars. Actually, one of the stars
I
came
wasn't
through
gonna put you down
there.
like that, but okay.
One of the stars came through.
My name's Andrew Dutton,
Piper.
and it's time to get real cowboy.
Oh,
Exactly.
How cowboy are you?
Yeah,
Are you feeling pretty cowboy over there, Jared?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm Andrew Dutton, and I'm about to tell you how to cowboy.
You gonna take me to
I
the
reckon
train station or
No,
whatever
we
it
ain't
is?
got time for that.
we ain't got time for that
We
shit.
got to learn how to cowboy. How many more times can we say cowboy?
How do we cowboy?
About 20. I
I wish
think
I
we
had
do
Western music
I
on
think-
here or something.
That's
20 times sounds good for the cowboy.
something that
If I was a cowboy, I'd say it 20 times.
the guys over at the Cherry Johnstown Massacre pointed that out. The number of times they say fucking cowboy each episode. And so I'm watching. I went back and I rewatched season 4.
No way.
And it really is nauseating.
Are you serious?
It's like 20 fucking
Oh, shit.
times
Now,
in an episode.
now it won't go away. I'll be listening for it.
No,
now.
I do.
Yeah.
I count now.
when someone mentions
It's a drinking
something,
game.
Yeah,
It's a drinking
it
game.
really
Every
is,
time they fucking say
100%.
cowboy,
when
you take a
someone
fucking
mentions
shot.
something, like for me, it's using the word like. And
Oh, yeah.
You do
If
say
I
like a lot on
do
this
say that, and-
podcast. You say like a lot.
when I get on a roll, especially if I'm drinking or whatever, I'm like,
Right.
like man, like it's just you're like just
it's
sitting there
so
and
cool.
everything.
Like, you know, I really like Dos Equis and like.
And I hate doing it, and I will try to catch myself from doing it.
You're
but
trying
it's
right
just-
now, and I can
yeah.
tell.
You can tell when I slow my speech down. I'm trying to
Right.
not use those stupid filler words. Because if I talk really fast, and I start to, you know, and the other day I was going to the grocery store, and it's like it was in front of me, like, and I was like, oh,
like an auctioneer.
yeah. I blame Quick Trip.
Well, if you focus on it, you can get it out of your
Yeah.
dialect, your lexicon.
Yeah.
You can,
Exactly.
you can work it out. Because
Oh,
when
yeah.
I
Delete
first
it from the vocabulary.
when I first started, like the first 10 episodes of Fort Worth Roots,
Yeah.
Yeah.
half the fucking episode.
You just don't have
I
that
did that a
flow
lot, yeah.
going, yeah. And then once you get going and you have like, fuck, you have your,
I noticed it right away too.
I knew it was
Like,
coming. That's why I looked at you.
Right.
you have your,
Here it comes.
you have your spiel down that you always use,
Right.
and it flows a lot better.
Right.
Whatever.
He's trying so
I am
hard.
so trying.
You know what? When Ian, I believe I brought this up when Ian was on the podcast. The thing that helped me out with all those things and talking in front of people was the United Way loan executive thing
Yeah.
that Quick Trip
Yeah.
does.
I remember you
And
mentioned that.
it was awesome. I mean, they give you to United Way for 4 months. You are
as an employee.
Technically, yeah.
So you're getting paid to do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting paid by Quick Trip.
And what's your function while you're?
We basically just go out to different venues and talk about United Way, preach the United Way thing. We'll have like a video to show. We tell them all the different things that United Way sponsors and goes with, that's my job. Every Monday through Friday, I show up. I'll do cold calls. Those were a bitch. Cold calls were a fucking shit.
For the United Way?
Yeah, because you're picking up the phone and you're just dialing a random number that they have in their system.
Oh, I thought you just make one up.
Oh, no. It's just, they have a list of numbers and you just dial. You just start at the top and work your way down.
Let's give the listeners an example here. You cold called me.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hello.
Hey, Andrew, this is Jared.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking fuck! Are you in a building?
Hey,
are you in a building?
I'm just.
Are you in the building?
I'm in a building.
Okay, go to the top and jump the fuck off. Don't you ever call me again.
But don't you want to give?
I hope you burn in hell, you fuck.
What about giving money to United Way before I jump off the building?
Hey, can you just hold on real quick?
Yeah, I'll hold.
I'm getting another call.
Are you still there? Hello? I think he hung up. I think he's jerking off.
Hello? You still there?
Yeah, are you done jerking
yeah,
off?
hold on just a second. What's
he doing
now? One of my first jobs was working at a call center.
Right.
And dude,
did that happen to you?
Dude, all the time. And the craziest shit that would come out of people's mouths. And I'm like, dude, I'm a person. I'm a human being. I have a fucking job. I'm just doing my job.
Right.
And you're saying some of the most heinous shit to me.
Right.
And they knew that we could not hang up. I don't know how this got out, but you could not hang up unless they hung up.
Oh, really?
As either part of a sales strategy or something.
Huh.
So
we were not told that in United Way. We could hang up whenever we wanted to.
Right. I was working for a credit card company.
Okay.
So,
you had
but they would leave me on the line.
Oh,
they would walk away from the phone and they would just leave me hanging. And every once in a whill,
go mow the yard real quick.
2, 3, 4 minutes later, they'd come back and they'd be like, "Are you still there?" I'm like, "Yeah, sir. Oh yeah, hold on, just 1 second." They'd take off. So sometimes I'd let this play out for a while. Like maybe I just needed a mental break.
Right.
And I knew this person was fucking with me, but I was just like, okay,
You're just like,
I'm just gonna sit.
What year did
I get off
did
at
you do
4?
that?
So
dude, I was 18 years old. So I don't know math. 2002.
Okay. So,
No, 2004.
Okay.
So it was right before I
it was
went
a
in
while.
the Army.
Yeah. Okay. It was a while ago.
Awful. Worst job ever.
Yeah.
They actually came up to me and the supervisor one day, he's like, "Hey, Andrew, want to bring you into my office real quick?" I'm like, all right, fine. I'm already on the fence, like how I'm going to jump off the building, actually. And he brings me in there and he's
multiple customers have told me to do this. So now it's actually crossing my mind.
Hey, yeah, your numbers are excellent. You're very punctual. You're always on time. We wanted to see if you'd be interested in like a management position. And I'm like, well, what would that mean? He's like, oh, like another $1 an hour. And I'm like,
ooh.
And I'm like, can I think about this?
Sign me up.
And he's like, yeah, you can think about it, but can we get an answer by the end of the day? I'm like, sure. So at the end of the day, and I don't think I'd seen Waiting at this time. I have to look to see what year that came out. But at the end of the day, I walked into that office and he's like, did you come up with an answer for us? I said, yeah, man, I quit. And I left that day because I'm looking at these guys and they're like, they're in their early to mid 20s. Some of them are well into their 40s, but this management team that's walking around the floor telling people when they can take their piss break.
Yeah.
And I looked at that and I was like, man, I can do anything else.
Like The Office.
Don't want to fucking
I have
be here.
4 bosses.
Yeah.
4 bosses that come around and tell me that my TPS reports aren't finished. 4, Bob.
That makes me work just hard enough to not get fired.
We're going to use a cover sheet now on the TPS report. So yeah, I just
love
forgot.
that movie. That movie and Waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Waiting. Yeah. Well, the good thing about United Way is I actually was calling businesses. So they were a little bit more respectful than just calling a random fucking person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's
good. So I think I name dropped this earlier, but I interviewed the CEO and president.
Right.
And I knew what United Way was, but holy shit, they do a lot.
They
of
do
stuff.
a lot. Yeah.
I didn't know that they did all this. You can literally pick up your phone and dial 211. This is not a sponsorship moment here. I just was blown away. Like they have
Right.
their own dedicated phone line that you
Correct.
can call if you need anything.
Yep.
You're having trouble paying medical bills. You need help with your taxes. You list something that you need.
Right.
You can call them.
Yeah.
And they have a branch right here that is specific to Tarrant County.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can specifically tell them that you want your money to stay in whatever county you live in, and your money will stay in the county.
If
If you want it just to go to one organization, you can, battered wives, you can go to just send the money to that or whatever. Yeah, United Way is.
And I don't know the
very
dirty,
strong.
dark secrets. I'm sure there are some, but for what I've witnessed so far, it seems like a pretty badass organization.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the biggest thing I loved about being a part of the United Way and doing that loan to executive thing is they have a P&L just like any other business,
What's a P&L?
a profit and loss statement.
Oh, okay.
So they will show a profit and loss statement. And so say United Way is in with Salvation Army, and the Salvation Army says, hey, we need $5,000 from the United Way to do X fundraiser, or we're going to build a building and we're going to have this building used for this. They have to show the United Way that, show off that t-shirt, man.
Yeah, I'm going to get sexy here. Go ahead.
They have to prove the United Way that where that $5,000 went, dollar by dollar, and they have to send that in monthly to them. Just like, just like Quick Trip, just like any regular business out there with a profit and loss statement, they have to prove where their money went, where the incoming money came in at, where it went out at. Yeah. And they showed in Wichita, they showed one time where this company, I can't remember the company, otherwise I'd blast them. But they said that they were going to use all this $5,000 or $10,000 on, taking care of battered ladies from 18 to 30 some years old. But they actually built a building and refurbished it.
Damn.
With all that money.
Sorry, ladies.
Built it and refurbished it?
Built and furnished it. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant like it got
refurbished,
done and they were just like, let's redo this, man.
Let's redo this.
We got another 2,500.
This
Yeah,
wallpaper
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Who chose this?
Meanwhile, there's like
Go to Target, not
beating
Walmart.
women outside like, help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Black eyes.
We got to bring in this couch.
Yeah.
Move out of the way.
Lady, get out of here. We're trying to move
Yeah.
the furniture.
You want another black eye?
Oh, God. That was Jared, by the way, not me.
Yeah. The other
Yeah, Jared.
Jared 2.
Yeah, Jared. No. Yeah, Jared.
Jared 2.
No hair,
Jared
Jared.
No hair, Jared?
Hair
Red.
Jared.
Red. So
Rod.
we used to work together, and that's how they would just, because he was store manager and I was 1A, I was one step below him, and he was either Red and I was Rod, or hair Jared and no hair Jared and stuff. Because people would be like, well, go ask Jared, and then they'd go ask me. I was like, I don't fucking know. And then they're like, no, not that Jared.
Not
the
that
other
Jared.
And people
no hair
call,
Jared.
hey, Jared. And I was like, yes, sir. And it's like, oh, man, whenever...
Your results are in, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
you do have herpes.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Well, whenever
Now he's got to tell you.
Yeah.
whenever Gainesville was ready, and I was on the store manager list,
Right.
and then Chris Davis calls. He's like, "Hey, is this Jared?" Or he goes, "Hey, I need to speak to Jared." I was like, "Oh, it's him." He's like, "Hey, man, just to let you know, I got a store ready for you." And I was just like, "You do?" And he goes, "Yeah, yes, sir." He's like, and he gave me the cross streets like 35 and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Where's that one at?" And he goes, "Gainesville." I was like, "You want the other Jared?" And he's like, "Who am I talking to?" I was like, "This is Jared the 1A." And he's like, "You want the store manager?" He's like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, I got all excited. I was like,
I know.
"Oh,
I got my store.
you're never gonna believe it. Fuck you, everyone." What is he doing?
What's he doing?
Oh, dude, check this out. You got your binoculars?
I do.
Yeah.
You've been hearing about those weather balloons, the Chinese weather balloons?
Yeah.
I
see it?
I see it.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Well, you might get a better look in your monitor there, but it's right there. See it? It's looking at us.
Yeah.
It's looking at
See?
us.
That's the
I
show.
see it.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's PTSD, bro. That's just my
We've been
PTSD.
watched. Did
kicking
you
in.
see that Alaska shot down a UFO?
Two.
No.
Two
Two?
in the last 24 hours. Two more.
I didn't hear about.
Yeah,
any
it
more.
just happened.
UFO.
Like,
I
before
thought it was
got
another
here.
balloon thing.
No. Okay, so the
Oh.
first one is a balloon. They detected it first
Okay.
over the.
So there was a one
Yeah.
balloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What,
It basically came across from
Aleutian Islands. Is that what they call them up in Alaska?
something
Anyway.
like that. Yeah, I went
Yeah,
across
sure. Sounds
Canada
good.
and then through that. Whenever it got on the other side of I think North Carolina, they shot it down over the ocean.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
either
I
that
know
or
about that
south,
one.
but yeah.
Then
Carolinas.
it was somewhere
Up in
over there.
Alaska.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach or one of the beaches.
I think it was
fucking
off of
know.
So like
Yeah.
yesterday morning, Yesterday
Something
morning,
like
that,
yeah.
they got an alert or something. They're like, hey, there's another fucking object up there.
Right.
40,000 feet up. no signs of propulsion, sitting there, 40,000 feet,
And they shot it down.
the size of a car. And this time they're like, we're going to shoot that one down.
Yeah.
So they shot it down. And then I don't know if these are two different stories or anyway. So just now, like, I don't know, a few hours ago, there was one over Canada. And they scrambled, like NATO jets went and dropped that thing. Dude, I'm telling you, it's weird. So they're finding all these objects now. They're all kind of in the same, seems like they're coming from that same direction.
Yeah.
But the first one was a balloon. The next two, they don't know what the fuck these are.
Do we have them?
We shot them both down.
We shot them down, but
so one is at the bottom of the ocean. That's going to be
of course.
So
how convenient!
Yeah.
How convenient that it's at the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Well, we might have pulled the trigger just a little too fast, but we were like, I don't know what that is, so we shot it down.
Right.
And then this next one, they shot this one down, and they're in the process of recovering this one right now.
Okay.
Because it's on land.
Okay.
So anyway, dude,
Some superhero movie shit.
Yeah, chuckles.
Yeah.
Laugh it up.
Yeah. When we shot it down, it also hit an elementary school. Sorry about that. But
Well, there's this, but then there's also like this heated situation between Russia and Russia, China, Iran. They're all allied.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
It's not. It's
we
not.
aren't
it's
on
not
their
pretty.
team,
Yeah.
No,
but
it's not.
I
We got some fuckhead in the office.
So here's the move. I've been giving this some thought. Texas, okay, Governor Abbott, if you're listening,
we will
to this,
rise up.
this is what you do.
Here we go.
Texas needs to go ahead and make good on that whole seceding thing. Let's
Yes.
go ahead and separate ourselves.
Yes,
because
please.
Texas, as of right now, is not necessarily the target. It's the U.S.
Right.
So what do? Like any bad situation, just pick up your shit and go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so then Governor Abbott, he needs to call Putin and be like, hey, man, look, I'm not saying we're good. I'm not saying we're not good, but I ain't part of that shit anymore.
We need to have
That's them
Governor
guys.
Abbott on this podcast.
There's an idea.
Oh God.
He's got to make the circuit, though.
I want him on this
I
podcast. so
want
bad.
Governor
That'd be
Abbott
bad.
on
I
the
wouldn't
Jerry
know what the fuck
Jonestown
to talk
Massacre podcast.
I'd come up. I'd have a sheet of stuff to talk to.
They've
him
been
about.
talking about
I
Hot Wheels
wouldn't-
nonstop for years.
Yeah, I would love
Professor
Abbott.
Tex.
Abbott, if you could be on this podcast, please. Yes, that.
Funky Panther gets Shaq and we get Greg Abbott.
I'll be sitting
I'll
from the
take-
sidelines
That's not
waving
fair.
y'all's flags.
No, that's
Go,
awesome.
go, go.
That's awesome. That'd be great. That'd
Yeah,
be
we
great.
just-
I
I
want
don't
someone.
know.
I mean, he's famous. But
We're going to have to come up with some creative moves, though, because I think shit is really going to get
I think
weird
so.
really quick.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's kind of.
In the midst of a collapsing economy that everybody's
We're
pretending like it's not
definitely
happening.
using some high-powered force because we took an F-22 to take down a fucking balloon.
Apparently, that's
Maverick.
that apparently is the weapon of choice because that's what they used to drop these other two.
Yeah, the F-22 and the F-25 are badass fucking planes. They retired the F-16s and the F-15s for those two.
The F-25.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of the 35? Maybe
Is it a third? I thought
the newest one.
Oh, the newest
new
one is
generation
35.
is the
Okay.
F-35.
because there's still the F-22, right? There's the
Yeah,
F-22 and
F-22 Raptor, and that thing they only made 100 of those.
right. But then there's the F-35, not 25.
I don't know about. I'm not
I think
familiar
it
with
is.
the 25.
I think you're right. It is. a
But the
35.
F-35 they made it's a joint
check it out.
Air Force thing. They got one for the Navy,
Right.
Air Force, and
Right,
the
right,
Marines
right.
have their own version too.
Let me make sure there's not
So,
an F-25.
F-35's coming out. We produce them here at Lockheed. So what's wrong?
I have no clue what y'all talking about. I don't know
Yeah, the
shit about
Airplanes.
planes.
Yeah, you're right.
I've flown to Denver
the
once.
F-35 is not real.
Coach.
F-35.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lockheed
Got
Martin
free
F-35
peanuts.
Lightning,
Yeah.
and then the F-22 Raptor.
And that 35, dude, if you
Dude.
get into like the specifics and capabilities of that thing, is the sickest fucking.
Like I'm saying, my bucket list, my top bucket list thing is to fly in a fucking fighter jet. I want
Contact
to.
the Blue Angels.
I want to so fucking bad. Will
See-
they let just an average Joe do
Who
it?
was it? Heath.
they've been putting news
that-
reporters in them.
Yeah, talk
Really?
to talk to Heath because he said
Okay.
that that's majority of their job is they do just
Dude, I'll
let
do
people-
it.
Yeah. So I guess
so want to do it.
either see if you can Google it or maybe ask Heath and stuff.
That
Because he
was-
went out drinking with them. He said that one night.
Really?
Yeah. He's friend with one of them on Instagram. He said. So.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna get with Heath.
Do you listen to our show?
No, I don't.
I vowed that I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'm talking to the people at Lockheed Martin right now about doing an interview with their public
really?
engagement person.
Mhm.
Oh,
What's this guy's name? Keith, you said?
No, Heath.
Heath.
Heath?
Heath.
Oh,
He
okay. I don't
doesn't
know
work.
Heath.
He's from Quick Trip, and we had him on a few episodes ago. But that dude, he
Knows things?
he gets out. He can know people. Like he's just.
Yeah.
He reminded me of someone. Like I was watching something. He's almost like a Ryan Gosling kind of. like clean cut kind of look to him and everything, but
Go on. Tell us more about his physical appearance.
about 6 foot tall,
Jared's getting a little
sandy
chubby
blonde
over there.
hair,
Sweating all over the place.
yeah,
God, so sweaty.
huge pert rack, ass like a.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Also, earthquakes. Did you hear about the earthquakes?
No,
What
Where now?
country is this in? 22,000 dead.
what?
Yeah.
Which country?
And
I don't know. Pakistan? That's not right.
I remember
No.
hearing about one the other day,
Taiwan.
but
Well, here's the thing. So in the U.S., we've got building code, right?
yeah,
You put up a structure, people are really examining every detail.
Yeah.
They're going to test the concrete. They're going to test the steel. They're going to make sure that you put enough bolts and rivets in each little part, right?
Turkey and
Turkey.
yeah,
Sierra.
Yeah. So anyway, the reason we have those building codes is so that this shit doesn't happen, but they don't
Right.
have these building codes.
yeah.
They have
Right.
video of people standing in the streets watching their apartment complexes just fucking melt into the ground.
28,000 dead.
28,000, dude. That
So
number
that-
just keeps going up.
The
and up
picture,
and up.
trying to find the picture. The picture that's like, it's fucking devastating.
It's really bad. And it's crazy because people are out there with their phones filming this shit, and they're just in the middle of the street, and the apartment buildings just, I mean, they don't disappear into the ground, but they
Yeah.
drop. And just shit
And just
goes
everything
everywhere.
you own, which over there you
Oh,
probably
God.
don't own
How many
much, but
fucking
yeah.
people are inside too,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Who didn't get out? So
It's crazy.
Ugh.
So anyway, it's not on like
yeah.
the major news networks. I'm not seeing it,
No, because they don't give a shit.
but it's all over social
Uh,
media.
Yeah, and there's one video where a helicopter's flying over the Turkey major businesses, and it's just, I mean, you can barely see it there.
Yeah,
I can't
it's just
get it any further. I mean, it's just fucking devastation.
huge swath of destruction.
Basically, like from New York all the way up to Maine. If
that
all
was
that
the,
was just
that was the
destroyed.
wrong button.
Yeah.
It's definitely the wrong button.
Well, that's the episode. So
And we're canceled.
yeah, and we're out. No more.
I mean, I'm not going to do the applause. There was a earthquake in
In Turkey.
Turkey.
I was never here.
This is Schmandrew from Schmortworth Moose.
So, also, there was a giant fissure that opened up in Africa that is going to eventually split the
Yeah,
continent in half.
it's like Africa's fucking cracking.
Yeah, you could park this room in the crater, the
Yeah,
crevice.
it's
that
cracking
opened
and
up.
like
yes.
I have
Yeah.
not heard this.
This has been going on for a while, but just recently it like really opened up.
So right down the middle of Africa.
no, it's
through-
kind of
Okay.
I can't
It's
remember
got
which
a
part, but
weird
basically they said it's kind of
trajectory.
breaking apart and everything.
Yeah.
I wish California would break apart.
it'll happen. Just hold on. It'll happen.
God has a
Well,
plan.
Here's your applause.
Sit tight, my child.
No, those
working on it.
those people in
Give
California.
me a fucking minute.
people in
It took
California
7
have done,
days to make this
Yeah.
bitch.
they've done enough damage to themselves.
Yeah.
We shouldn't, pray for any more
No.
damage.
They just got like what?
I'm
like
not praying.
3 weeks worth of rain or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just had huge like storm after storm hit them.
Yeah.
It was raining for I want to say, I know it's like 10 days straight. Or it was.
Yeah, there was something
was
like that
insane.
going on. I think in Canada, no, New Zealand, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting my world
Maybe.
news.
There's a
all
lot of
fucked
shit
up.
going on up in Canada.
but everywhere. It's just the
A lot of
whole
shit going
world's
on
fucking falling
everywhere.
apart.
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Well, it's
Aliens.
I
Have you
just
guys
love
read Revelations in the Bible?
no, I
You should read it.
literally
'cause-
everything I know of the Bible. I've learned from TikTok.
I only
Right.
read fiction. So if I start reading it,
Well, Revelations has a lot of shit that if you start reading it,
Yeah.
a lot of shit that's going on in that book is happening.
That's like
right
Euphrates
fucking now.
River drying up, and
now that one caught my attention.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like biblically.
Wait, yeah. and it's just like, ooh,
Yeah.
Well, because when that thing,
He's coming back, folks, and he's taking some of us with him.
So we'll see you here next week.
What if you just hear like over a loudspeaker of everywhere, just like Stone Cold's music, just the glass break, and then Jesus comes out, stunner.
Is that biblical?
Fuck you, devil.
Yeah.
Bam.
Give me some holy water.
Yeah.
Who was in Left Behind or whatever was that Tom Hanks?
Left Behind. What?
There's some kind of apocalyptic. Jesus came back and took the good people with him. Movie. I can't remember. I didn't watch it.
Apocalyptic.
Passions of the Christ? No.
Maybe. No, that's Mel Gibson.
They're making a sequel, I heard.
How do you do that?
How do you do a sequel?
No, honestly, like.
Well, he comes back.
Yeah. Well, I'll be back.
Half cyborg Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
Did they only show his crucifixion? They didn't show him rising from the grave?
I never saw the movie.
I thought
it wasn't a movie. He was a man. He had a beard. You know what? What movie? It's a book.
No, there's
only
a movie.
A book. That
Mel
was
Gibson.
That
made
was
it.
Mel Gibson.
no, but
Passions of the Christ.
you're
yeah.
right.
Abomination.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it though.
I've seen it, but it's been.
I've only
Fucking
seen
20
clips.
years.
I've only seen
yeah,
clips of like
it's a
Mel
great
Gibson,
movie.
Mel Gibson in like Mel Gibson regular garb, sitting next to like fake Jesus, talking to him about the scene. I've seen clips of that.
Because the actor does really well, but
Oh, Jim Caviezel.
Caviezel,
Yeah.
yeah. But
How do y'all know that?
how do you do?
Who is he?
How do you do a sequel to Passion of the Christ?
I don't
Okay.
remember what it was, but it was supposed to. I don't know if like Christ is going to be in it, but
50 Shades of Passion.
it's a spin-off
about his dating years.
They're going to create the
prequel.
MCU, but with the Bible. This is Noah.
Mary
God,
Anna.
Moses is
And
ripped.
they all
Mary
come
Anna
together to fight
Cross.
like Satan.
I don't know.
I would have them fight Monsanto.
You know what I wish they would do?
I don't know.
I wish they would do kind of a like MCU kind of thing with wrestling. Like start it whenever Vince was really starting the WWF up.
Bro, they just did this. Have you seen Black Adam?
It's
It's real. It happened.
That's the DC.
Catch
That's
up.
DC,
No.
not him.
Oh, my bad.
It
my
want,
bad.
I want it to be like wrestling one to where
So
it's
dark.
It's kind of like they have the Hulk Hogan biopic coming up supposedly if they ever fucking make it.
Yeah.
But like I would be cool like showing him and then at the end it shows the big like whenever he's young and stuff and then Vince comes in he's like I'm building a team and then they starts the WWF and everything and then each one has their own movie but then they all team up and it's like the WrestleMania movie.
Does this only exist in your head, or is this a real
bit,
thing?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, this is
I didn't
not
know if
even
this
close
was
to
real.
real.
Sounds real.
No, but they are actually making a Hulk Hogan biopic.
Yeah.
Is
And
he still around?
Hogan, yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
he just had surgery on his back, and they said he's like paralyzed, his legs. I can't remember if he's fully paralyzed, but like he doesn't
didn't
have much.
hear
Who
that.
had Hulk Hogan? Who had him?
Fuck. Who did I have? I chose two.
You chose two already.
I don't remember.
Fuck. We're gonna have to re-listen to the podcast. 'Cause I
it
can't
was
remember.
someone old, and then like a wild card.
Yeah, you did a really good wild card. Who
Who was it? Brittany? No,
No.
Randy Travis.
No,
Randy Travis.
I brought up Randy Travis.
He might live forever.
You brought
now.
up you have a really
Forever
damn
and
good.
ever, amen.
You have a damn good wild card. Who the fuck
Oh,
was
fuck,
your
who
wild
was
card?
it?
I got Bruce Willis, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not
It
happy
was someone
about that
that's
either.
like
Yeah.
tripping. Bruce? Yeah, he was just diagnosed with something like that.
No, it's gotten way worse.
Oh, it's gotten worse
Yeah,
now?
Yeah.
like they think he's on his way out now. I think.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm on it.
It's so weird now that like people are dying that I know.
Yeah.
Because like when you're
We're getting
younger,
old,
you
dude.
hear like, oh, this person now, like who is that? Oh, they were a movie star in the '40s. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Well,
oh.
you know what? On that same note, though, like I remember driving down the street, and my dad would be like, "Oh, that's this car. Oh, that's that car," and I'm like, "How does he
My
know
dad
all these
knows the same
Oh
cars?"
my
shit.
god.
He
Well,
can-
now I do it. I'm
Yeah.
driving down
Mhm.
the road, and I'll see like the headlights on a car. I'll be like, "Oh, that's a."
Well, that's when you could do it. Nowadays, you can't do that shit. But back then,
I
yeah.
can. I can. I
My
swear to
dad
God.
Even with like a 2020 car.
Mostly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I feel like
I
that's some
can
real old man
tell-
shit.
Yeah. Well, my
Like I
dad.
need to get New Balances
mean,
on.
I can
Yeah.
definitely do that with like the Chevys. Like I could tell a 55 from a 56 to 57. You know.
He knows all of them. He can
Right.
tell you, oh, this
Like
is
the
a Riviera.
vets
This
and-
is this year because
Right.
after this year they changed the door handles to this, and
Right.
then they put this brake light on here or something. Like he knows all those fucking little
Right.
details. I'm like, how the fuck do you know all
But
that,
I,
Dad?
I feel that stopped at like 2010, 2015. Like
When
cars
cars,
don't-
yeah, they
don't
weren't
give a
as
shit
unique.
anymore.
Now a lot
Right.
of them just look mostly
Exactly.
the same.
Exactly. A vet from 2020 looks like 2022.
Yeah,
and, I mean, it's
Jeeps,
just
Wranglers.
Jeeps.
That's why they have such a high resale value. Is
right.
anyone that doesn't know a Jeep, you can see one on the road and you can't tell if it's new or not. I mean,
Right.
depending on wear and tear. But there's so many little similar things I can look at
There's so many different versions, too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can tell the difference between my Jeep, which is a JL, and then the JK, which was before it, because the JK, the door handles has that circle button we push in.
Yeah.
Mine just it's flat where you pull it out. So that's the main difference in between them. And then they have the turn signals were actually on the grill, not the what are they called?
The fender.
Fender,
fairing.
yeah, fender flares.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'm not finding anything new on Bruce Willis, so maybe whatever I thought I heard was bullshit. I don't know. I thought I'd heard that his condition had gotten much worse. Yeah. Damn it.
I mean, we're still glad. So
Yeah. Well, it's apparently it's a condition you don't get better from.
What is it he had?
Ashfria?
It was something
like that.
I have no idea.
But anyway,
I know he's got something.
Yeah.
It affects your motor skill center. So
That sucks.
can't talk, can't understand language.
He better like download his voice into an AI thing like Val Kilmer did.
We got that. We got that.
Well, Val Kilmer did it, and he can basically create his voice and stuff like off whatever because he downloaded his voice into this thing, and then whenever he passes on, they can still put his voice in there.
Y'all saw the new Top Gun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That part with Val Kilmer fucked me up.
It's
dude.
sad.
It's so sad because to me, he's always going to be the saint.
Yeah.
That was the movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
It is a really good fucking
It's a
movie.
really good movie.
And it's actually
I like
dog
that.
shit. Like the script, the whole storyline is dog shit.
Yeah, but it's good.
such a good movie.
It's good. There are good movies that are like that.
Val
So,
Kilmer,
yeah.
and then that chick. I don't even know who she is.
Elizabeth
She's
Shue.
so cute.
fucking hot.
Elizabeth
so
Shue.
Yeah.
She actually played.
Let's take a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
She actually played Marty McFly's girlfriend in part 2 and 3,
Right.
Yeah,
but not in the original because that was Claudia
Right.
Wells, and then she did not return.
Right.
So cute.
So we keep
Same thing.
we keep
okay.
going around with this movie stuff, and this
Well-
is the topic you want to get on. So
It
Take it
is.
away.
So I was with the ice storm, all that shit. I've been watching a lot of movies lately, and it just some of the scripts kind of don't make sense to me, and I don't know. Whenever watching Back to the Future, it's like he goes back and then he meets his parents and stuff. Like, how would they not remember him? This random dude that showed up in their town in the 50s from nowhere and then just disappeared. Like, how would they not remember that later on in life and be like, you're growing up to look a lot like that
Right.
guy.
Don't forget that his mom wanted to bone him.
Yes.
Right.
That's another thing. I mean, she
Right.
didn't know it was him,
correct,
but to be fair, like,
once
To
he
be
becomes
fair,
How awkward-
once he
to be
becomes
fair.
a teenager and he's wearing
how
the same
awkward.
shit.
How awkward would that be?
You look like a guy I wanted to bone back in
Yeah.
the
Oh my God.
Yeah, I almost sucked your dick. He's like, Mom.
not to mention the whole title of the movie, Back to the Future. When did we go back to the future? We went back to the past.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's not get into
we
this.
went back to the past. So, I mean, John. God damn. Forgot his last name. The comedian John
Mulaney.
Mulaney.
Yeah.
he does a great
Yeah.
skit of Back to the
But
Future.
it is
yeah.
true because if you look at
Right.
how awkward would that be, I started thinking about that.
Right.
Like, I have to go back in time, find my mom,
Right.
and take her to a dance to meet my dad. And then my mom, I'm trying to fight her off because she's sitting here drinking and smoking and trying to fill me up. And then the childhood bully comes and tries to rape my mom in front of me.
Yeah.
And then it
Why don't you make like a tree
get out of
and get out of here?
McFly.
What are you doing, butthead? Oh, but that was just such an awkward
I'm
thing.
Darth Vader
But then
from
I watched,
Vulcan.
It's my destiny.
What?
So many cringy ass moments in that movie too.
Oh, there
Yeah.
is.
But that's a good one. And
Yeah.
then you have another one.
dad.
Yes.
Who's
So
what's
I
the
watched Grease.
next? Yes.
No,
Grease
I'll be no help on this one.
Okay.
I will be.
Although
don't have
Olivia
to be.
Newton-John,
I will be.
Damn.
I have. Oh,
I love Grease.
that's a weird story. So do you believe in like spirits and all that shit?
I mean, I know who you're dating, so I guess do I have to? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So-
then yes for now.
She did something to this candle. Basically, I
What?
don't know what it is. Yeah, stuck it up her butt.
We went.
How did you light that?
We went to a different direction.
No, so
She did something
She
to
gave
a
it.
candle.
She gave it to my dad, who's huge.
Okay,
Fucking
what?
yeah. Smell my ass.
So my girlfriend, a candle, and my dad.
This is what your son eats.
What the fuck?
his diet.
That's not cauliflower.
Is this vegetarian ass? Remember, only eat vegetables.
Where are we going?
Oh, so
Okay.
she gave him this candle that she somehow put like part of Olivia's spirit into it, which it sounds fucking crazy.
Olivia
But-
Newton-John?
Yes.
Okay.
So he
this is
lit,
your friend, dude.
he lit the candle at his house, and he was doing something, and they were listening to this radio station. It's an internet radio station where they've never heard Olivia on there, and that day it played like a couple of her songs, which was very weird.
Okay.
And then me the other day after I watched Grease, I was on the phone with Jenny, but like I let Murray out, and I kept hearing the intercom at the base, and it kept going, exercise.
Was it a Wednesday?
Exercise. It was
The
a
intercom at the
Tuesday.
base?
No, Tuesday.
The base.
Last Tuesday.
What base?
Carswell.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can hear the trumpets at
Right,
like 8
right.
a.m.
I got you
You
now.
can hear them at 10 o'clock. But it was like 10 or 11 in the morning, and I hear it was just going, exercise, exercise.
For bacon.
Exercise. It kept repeating that. I was like, and then it stopped doing it. And then I was on the phone with her again, and then I heard it again, and I poked my head out, and I was like, and I told her that. I go, it keeps saying exercise. Like, why is it? I've never heard it say that before. She immediately starts laughing. She goes, oh my God. She goes, that's Olivia messing with you. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, she just popped in and said, that's just me messing with him. And then, so she goes, she showed me a video of like a workout video or something. I go, yeah, physical.
Yeah.
And then she goes, yes. She goes, she's just messing with you. I was like, that's very weird. I've never heard it say that before, which is very
Were
fucking
they-
weird.
I'm just saying, not to disagree, not to.
It's a ghost.
Anyway, so I was on that base for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
I've never heard it
Wednesdays,
say-
but I have heard them come over the system, and I remember that voice. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because it's just weird to
What
me.
are they saying
I-
when it says exercise?
And I can't remember, but
Okay.
I thought it was a Wednesday weather thing, but maybe it was something else. But I do remember them coming over
Yeah.
the fucking system.
Because it was
doing
this
that
last Tuesday, but
exercise
I've
thing.
never
Let's
heard it
get
say that before.
physical,
It's just weird.
physical.
Yeah.
Wanna
Let me
get
hear your body
physical.
talk. Your body talk. And I'm like, woo. My
It's a catchy
sweatband on.
tune. It's a catchy tune.
Okay. But
Anyway.
so I was
Nerd.
watching Grease.
Yeah.
And I realized the script doesn't make sense. Like, I know that it's
Right.
a Broadway play that they condensed
Right.
down into a movie.
Correct.
But like, one is, what are the odds that she would end up at the school coming from Australia? So that is one.
Right.
All right,
Australian
well,
chick
that's the end of the
gets
show.
all the way to
Bye, everybody. So
Andrew's had enough.
watch out for that. Yeah, watch out for that blimp. So that's an odd one to me. It's
Right.
like, of all the schools ever,
Right.
she just, we decided to come to Australia and then come to America, and then I go to this school.
I come
Like,
to this school. Out of
Yeah.
all schools in America, I come here.
yeah. And
Good
then
day, mate.
she shows up on the first day of school,
Right.
and then the movie takes place over the school year.
Correct. Senior year.
Yeah,
Their whole senior year. Mhm.
But the weather stays same whole time,
Right.
which I know.
Their clothes
I
stay
get
the
it.
same. They wear the same shit
Yeah.
every day.
So, and then what's with John Travolta's walk in there? That
Oh God. Yeah.
God, that little strut he
Yeah.
does.
And it's only when he has to be cool.
everything. Yes.
All the time. Right.
And then how do all these old motherfuckers pass as high school seniors?
Right.
The ones they cast, all of them literally like mid to late 20s. Some
Oh,
even
all
then
of them.
up into getting into their 30s. I
Yeah.
was like,
All of them are 25 or
dude,
more.
is this what that? And then another question I had, which I answered later on, was, are there any black people in Greece?
Hold on. Don't tell me. No.
There is.
There is.
But I'll get to it.
Okay.
So like the first scene starts on the first day of school.
Right.
Everyone shows up. Sandy
Right.
checks in the office,
Uh-huh.
sings Summer Lovin', and then Patty Simcox tells her to try out for cheerleader.
Right.
Second scene is the pep rally.
Right.
Sandy does a shitty cartwheel, so which leads you to believe that she just started cheerleading.
Uh-huh.
She meets Danny. He's a dick. And then she's invited over to the sleepover.
Right.
So that's, say that school started on Monday. That's maybe a week's, not even a full week's worth.
Maybe a week's worth.
So, scene 3 is the sleepover.
Mhm.
Rizzo sneaks out when the guys arrive, goes to fuck Kaneki, and Sandy sings outside.
Mhm.
Got to Rizzo and Kaneki in the car trying to bang. Scorpion guy backs in the car.
Right.
Where does that guy come from? What school is he from? The only thing I get is later on, Cha-Cha says that she's the best dancer at St. Bernadette.
Right.
But is he from St. Bernadette? Is he just a local street thug? There's no backstory.
Does he even go to school?
Yeah.
He looks like it looks like he graduated like 5 fucking years ago.
I know. He looks like he's in his early 30s with a meth problem.
Pits. He's got pits all over his fucking face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where's that guy? So he
Right.
backs into the car. Scene 4 is the Grease Lightning.
Yes.
I just wrote, she's a real pussy wagon, Grease Lightning.
No, yeah.
Because if you actually listen to the lyrics of it, it's actually kind of dirty. Yeah.
I'm
getting lots of tit and Grease Lightning. So, scene 5, scene 5, they're at the diner where Danny asks her out and everything, or talks to her basically.
Right. Still no black people.
Yeah,
right?
she's dating the jock guy. She shows up with him, and he goes over and talks to the jukebox, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So then scene 6, Danny
You're doing very well with this.
Yes. Danny becomes a jock.
Yes.
Tries basketball.
Yes.
Just tries to beat everyone up.
Correct.
Tries wrestling.
Yes.
What's with his walk? Beats everyone up. Well, he literally just has
doing
that.
his strut before he goes down the
cool.
Cool, man. I'll get you. Yeah, I'm gonna pin you, motherfucker.
What's his walk? Tries to beat everyone up. Tries track. Runs normal. Sees Sandy. Runs faster. Falls down one jumping hurdle.
Right. He's doing the hurdle.
Sandy comes over.
Trying to be
and then he takes her to the diner.
Yes.
Still no black people.
Correct. We're like an hour in now.
I took
no black people.
I took an edible when I started watching the movie. So as I get more descriptive as it goes on.
Now it's kicking in.
So yeah. Runs faster, blah, blah, blah. Takes her to the diner and still no black people. Everyone shows up to the diner.
Right.
Everyone goes off to fuck.
Right.
And then they talk about the dance off.
Right.
Danny and Sandy leave. Rizzo.
Can I just, for your listeners, he has all of the, and he's giving you cliff notes.
Oh, yeah.
He has this all.
He's got this all on his phone.
I wrote an essay.
He's got this. Yeah.
So you're watching Grease. You're high. You're typing.
I'm just
typing a novel.
I'm just impressed that he's high and typing.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's not good. It was
lovely.
For me.
So,
please continue.
Yes.
All right, where are we at? She throws a shake at Kaneki. They leave. Frenchie stays. Then they do the beauty school dropout song.
Right, beauty school dropout.
Yeah. Next scene,
graduation
they're at
day for you.
Yeah. I love what there's a line in there. It's like it says something basically. You wouldn't do this unless she was a hooker.
Yeah,
like,
unless you were a hooker. Beauty school dropout.
Go back to
high school.
You stupid little bitch. You don't know.
Change your hair back to the regular.
All right, so
Andrew's like, I don't know what the fuck.
I should have watched this movie before I showed up.
I should, giving you homework today. So the next scene, the camera crew's setting up for the dance that they announced on the first day of school.
Correct.
So then,
still no black people.
Yeah, still no black people yet. So
are you sure there's black people?
Yeah. Camera crew setting up, blah, blah, blah. Rizzo leaves with Scorpion.
Correct.
Outside.
Rizzo and what's her face go with him?
Jan.
No. Has a guy's name.
Marty. So.
Yes.
So they leave with this dude.
Yes. Pit face.
Comes back. Yeah. Pit face, Scorpion guy, whatever.
He's a fuck.
So they live with him. Rizzo shows up with him at the dance.
Yes.
And then does he go there? The pep rally wasn't their turf, according to T-Bird. So he doesn't go to that school.
Correct.
And then everyone dances on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Danny gets stolen by Cha-Cha.
Yes.
She mentions that she's the best dancer at St. Bernadette, which leads you to believe.
Cha-Cha.
Probably where he goes. That's probably where the Scorpions
I'm assuming, but
yeah.
What a
Cha-Cha.
We represent.
I'm the best dancer.
We represent St. Bernadette.
Yeah.
Going to race
me
for
and Danny
pinks.
go way back. He fucked me in the ass a long time ago.
Yeah, but they lead you to believe Danny slept with like all these fucking girls.
Oh yeah, Danny.
Because Rizzo, she's
whore.
always looking good, and he's like. And says something back to her, smart or whatever.
And
then,
Rizzo and
Cha-Cha,
him have a thing. And
Cha-Cha, he's fucked her.
Oh, he's fucked them all.
Yeah, so
Danny's the man.
So Danny
but
and
Sandy loves him.
Yeah.
Dandy, giving me this ring just means everything.
Okay. So they're dancing, blah blah blah. She showed up at Kaneki. Where are the black people? Not even a soulful janitor. And then wait, there's a black guy in the band.
No.
I think I see one dancing. Saw a black girl dancing.
What?
So there's
when?
There's a black guy in the band at the dance off.
Yes.
And then
yeah.
in the crowd, because I was thinking segregation maybe, But in the crowd, there's a black guy dancing, and then as there's panning past the bleachers, there's a black girl sitting there dancing. So they're not that segregated if the white people are sitting next to them.
When did that end? Was that 67?
So it was made in 78, but at the timeline, it's set in the summer of 58 is when school starts, and then it ends in 59.
Right.
When does segregation end?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I'm on it.
On it. Get on it, Andrew. Andrew's on it.
Anyway,
okay. So 3 black people. So the guy in the band, there's a guy dancing, and then there's a girl.
There's
sitting.
a girl that you see in there.
I don't remember the girl. I know
it's in like one of those scenes where they're panning past and everyone's in the bleachers.
Yeah,
it's the short bleachers, and they all just.
I know the bandstand now. I forgot about the bandstand.
And then,
so
what?
When? 1954.
Okay, so segregation wasn't a thing then.
Way later.
Fuck,
than that.
me too.
1954, the U.S. Supreme Court outlawed racial segregation in public schools. The ruling ended it. The 5-year case of Oliver Brown versus Board of Education.
Wow.
Of Topeka,
I want to say Rydell High is in California, I think. I'm not sure, though. But, I mean,
I'll look that
there's going to be some not white people there. But.
You would think.
Okay, basic. So, Kaneki and Scorpion get into a fight. Kaneki goes nuts dancing. Even dancing, he's an asshole. See another black guy. Danny and Sandy are dancing. Cha-Cha wants in. Sandy gets pissed. Deuces. Danny spins on his side on a dirty-ass floor. They were the best hand drivers. They win the dance contest.
Right.
So then the Stooges, they all moon the camera. And the next scene, they get threatened over the PA while working on the car. The next scene is at the drive-in. Danny gives her his ring. Elbows her in the process. Rizzo tells Marty she's knocked up. Everyone finds out.
I've got an update.
Oh,
so
yes.
I think I said 64 earlier.
Yeah.
For a decade after 1954, few school systems effectively desegregated. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and federal court decisions in the late 1960s brought new pressures against segregation schools, and the within-district segregation of black students from whites is now much less than it was 8 years ago.
And next, after the break, we will have Jared talking about how Dak sucks as quarterback as football.
Suck it, Dak.
Suck it, Dak.
See.
So 64 is whenever
2020 is next.
when the federal court stepped in and went, hey, we were serious back.
Remember
in
what
54.
we said like 10 years ago?
Yeah, we mean it now.
Yeah, knock it off.
Rydell High was set for L.A.
LA, okay, that's what I thought.
Okay,
so yeah, but
keep going.
So then everything.
I'll get more news stories ready.
Yeah,
exactly.
Get it.
This just in. So they win the contest, everything. So he gives her his ring. Rizzo tells Marty she's pregnant. Everyone finds out instantly. Kaneki finds out. Doesn't question if it's his at all.
No.
And she was just at the dance with this other dude.
Right.
She tells him it's someone else's mistake.
Right.
And then he's instantly like, okay. And he leaves.
Thanks.
So
no, he says,
I'm off
thanks,
the hook.
kid.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he leaves.
Kid.
And it's like, what?
Leaves him.
So
leaves
then
her.
it's probably the Scorpion. Danny tries.
And I love how Sandy, when Danny gives her the ring, now I know you respect me.
Yeah.
Just giving a girl a class ring means respect.
Yeah.
If I knew that then, shit, I mean, fuck.
I know.
So many arguments.
But then he
I
tries
respect you.
Yeah, he tries to grab her boobie or something.
Yeah.
She deuces.
Oh,
Danny
Sandy.
sings. He starts singing in the middle of the fucking movie.
Right.
Just walking, it's Sandy. And everyone else is either making out or trying to watch the movie. And he's just up there just, and then, like the whole time, so he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, the car is finished. They have the race against the Scorpion.
In a drainage culvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the race against Scorpion is that day. I think Kaneki asked Danny to be his boyfriend. Rizzo sings because she's a slut. So basically,
Did you type that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Rizzo sings because she's a slut.
Yeah.
Because it's basically there are worse things I could do.
To go with a boy or two. How about 5 or 10? You're not going with a boy or 2. You're going with
I could get
15.
gangbanged in the
Make it
back
a
of your
baker's
mom's
dozen.
car.
I did a train last night.
Boy, sex back then in cars was different. You know, it was like a
Yeah.
house.
Well, cars were so much bigger.
It was a
you had a
house.
couch in the back of your car.
Right.
A full-size
And there was no
couch.
seatbelts.
Yeah.
There was no seatbelts. They didn't
Just
give
slide
a fuck.
across and
Nothing.
slide right
Slide
in.
right across.
Nothing digging
Yeah.
into your hip, but a boner.
Roadhead
Here
was
you got
great.
cup holders everywhere
Yeah.
and fucking sensors and
You
shit.
can't get Roadhead now because there's shit in the middle. And
Yeah. Got this massive center console.
Yeah, it's like
it has a
fuck.
laptop in it. I don't know why I need that, but
damn it.
okay. So Rizzo's a slut. Okay, Thunder Road scene. Kaneki gets knocked out by the door. Danny has to drive. Danny wakes up his new boyfriend, gets in the car, starts race. Scorpion car rams him. I actually wrote rapes at first. And I was like, let me change that for the show, but then I still said it. Okay. Grease Lightning jumps a ramp and wins. Which gives him Scorpion's car. So now he has a car, technically. Right. So Danny just won a car.
He still has Grease Lightning.
Yeah, which is Kaneki's car, technically.
Right.
So
correct.
Sandy figures out Danny won't want her till she's all sexy. Into school announcement. School's out and a carnival is just there. Like,
right.
When has school ever come out for you and you just have a fucking carnival outside?
Is
that how they did stuff in the 50s? Like,
I guess they
any
had
of our older
at the end of the
viewers
year.
on dial-up.
Yeah. And only seniors can attend it.
Yeah.
And then the car can fly now.
Yeah. So I'm getting to that.
Okay. Sorry. I'm way ahead.
Yes, you're jumping the button.
Fuck.
Okay, so she went sexy, end of school announcement, blah, blah, blah. And then Rizzo, she's not pregnant. Kaneki gets all excited. And then it sounds like he proposes to her. Make an honest woman out of you. And then, like,
I don't remember.
Welcome back, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't remember Arnold.
And now he's coming.
Yeah, I'm going to be coming in your day and night.
Too, I'll be back.
Oh, Sandy.
This car could be systematic. It could be ultramatic. It could be Grease Lightning. Put him over here, lift it. No. So then
now the whole thing again, but with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Okay. Sing that. Okay. So Rizzo is not pregnant. Kaneki proposes, I think. Zuko has a leather jacket. Sexy Sandy shows up, tells Danny to get his shit together through the words of a song. Yeah. Better shape up, 'cause I need a man. You're just a little boy.
I need a man, bitch.
It's the whitest dancing ever, too. I've never noticed that. If you watch the background dancers, they're literally doing shit like that.
That movie's actually responsible for the failure in white people dancing.
Yes,
right.
That's what got our started. So
right.
And then whitest dancing ever. Everyone finds out Kaneki and Rizzo are back together. Danny hears a bell and gets fucking Tourette's and just breaks out into a song. Right. Because that thong, he goes, and he just immediately, that just kicks him into, song and dance.
Cocaine was a hell of a drug.
That's what I love about musicals.
Oh, that's cool, baby.
Musicals, nobody knows what's going on, and then all of a sudden a song breaks out, and everybody fucking knows the song and the moves.
Yeah, that's what always gets me. It's like, it's a movie.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, everyone just sings, I wish my life was like that, to where we can just sit here and I can say something, and then all of a sudden we just break into, we hear a dong or something, just like,
and the most unbelievable part of the scenario is nobody is standing on the sidelines going, "Hey, gay!
Yeah,
what is this?
Shut up, gay man!" So
especially
here's
in the 50s, right?
Yeah. And then is this how people dance in the 50s, like monkeys? Like they're literally just walking around. Just, woo-hoo.
There's one guy. If you watch him in the background, he's like right up front.
I was watching him,
and he's just like
they're doing the stupidest dance moves,
stupid shit.
And then they're dancing like penguins,
right?
And then all of a sudden, if it's a graduation ceremony,
right?
That is highly informal, but and then Danny and Sandy are rolling out in some new car. I would assume it's
a new Grease Lightning.
Yes. But how do you have the time to fucking redo a full car?
Right.
And everything.
Right.
And then somehow they fly off.
It starts to fly.
And then just takes off.
Yeah.
Like, bye.
As they keep singing.
Yeah. I got my new car. I got my lady. I'm going to fly from the sky.
We're just going to fly away.
Hey, do you name your episodes? Because this one could be Jared Destroys Musicals. Destroys. You've just destroyed all the joy.
That's why Grease is a bad movie. No, but it just so much of that script, and I'm super overanalyzing it. I know it's a Broadway play that had to be condensed down to whatever time period and stuff.
Right, we get that,
but I've just never noticed it because you're so intertwined in the movie with the musicals and stuff. You don't notice the script just skips, and it's just like, oh, first day of school. Oh, they have a dance, and then they go, oh, he's a dick, and okay, and then it's carnival, and then it's the last day of school.
Well, I told you whenever you brought up Grease Lightning, I was like, I haven't seen that movie in so fucking long. I'm not going to remember any of it, and I don't, but I do remember, even as a kid, like a child, when I saw this movie, I was like, I remember thinking how ridiculous it was.
I was
Right.
too busy
Even as
dancing.
a kid. Were you? Okay.
Yeah.
We were probably different
Like a penguin?
childhoods.
Yeah.
Basically.
Which
I was
way
all
were
like, setting up the couch cushions. So look, this cock could be systematic.
I do
Well, it's
remember
just-
Sandy being
yeah.
hot as shit.
Yeah.
I'd never
Especially
forget
the
that.
last part where she's in those tights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck that leather.
Tell
yeah.
me about it, stud.
But I mean, just like Back to the Future. I mean, you love Back to the Future.
Oh yes, I
You
love those
are
movies.
a
I have seen
huge
those
fan of
movies
Back to
so
the
many
Future.
fucking times.
But you admit that the
Yeah.
script is
Oh yeah.
fucked up.
Yes.
I mean,
And
yeah.
you never even notice it until someone mentions. You're like,
Right.
fuck. Like, because as a kid you see that stuff, but you don't process what it is.
Right.
And you're just like, oh, cool, he's with his mom. Oh, what are they doing in the car? Okay, they're gonna have some chocolate milk. All right. And it's just like, oh, cool. And then he's, well, I got to get my dad to like my mom. I got to get him laid and everything. It's like you're helping
Right.
your dad get laid with your mom, and it's just. You start over analyzing it. and
Right.
I find myself doing that on a lot of scripts. I'm just like,
Have you
well, that
noticed,
doesn't
like,
make sense.
you go back and you watch these old movies that you loved whenever you were younger, but
Right.
if you try to compare them to movies now, and there's a huge difference in like what was considered believable. And I want to say there
Right.
was
Yeah.
a shift, kind of, 2005, 2010, somewhere in there. The viewers started kind of demanding some realism
Yeah.
to these
They
movies.
wanted
Right.
They wanted these
You know?
actors to go through
It
this
had,
shit.
it kind of had to make sense.
Right.
And I go back and I watch some of these old movies, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
it's so
They didn't care
unbelievable.
back because
Fight
No.
sequences. This is a really good example. Before we had the UFC, nobody really understood what was real. Like we
Yeah.
all thought there was an Asian guy out there that knew the 5 fucking point death move.
yeah,
We thought that was real.
yeah, Asians
And,
were scary growing
You know,
up.
back in the day, Steven Seagal looked like he actually knew martial arts.
Yeah,
And nowadays, now post UFC, we know what's real.
yeah,
You know,
Right.
we understand what, with very minimal rules, if you put 2 guys in a cage, they got to know a certain style of martial arts or they're getting their fucking ass beat
Yeah.
to death.
Right.
You know?
Now you were.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Back up. 1 second. You weren't talking about Bruce Lee, were you?
I mean, he definitely had that 2-inch punch down, dude. He
He had-
definitely had that down.
He had a lot of shit down.
But he didn't have that death.
oh no
move, you know, the-
no. Did he have something like that?
No,
I
but
remember
I
that.
mean, in
No.
in the movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
in the
know,
movie. Yeah.
But
it didn't
like,
have to make sense. 'cause
Yeah.
yeah, nowadays, with
Yeah.
the internet
Growing-
and something like the
Yeah.
UFC
I got you.
around,
I got you. Got
Growing
you.
up,
Yeah.
I always thought when you punch someone, it just went like that was it. And then whenever I was watching something, and then it was like in the
Wait a minute.
50s,
When I
and two
hit
guys were
somebody, it doesn't go. Psh.
fist fighting, you just hear. I was like,
Where's my POW balloon?
Yeah.
are they not hitting them hard or what?
Where's the wham?
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's really. It kind of, to me, it started like, with the, like when, fuck,
We're at 100.
whenever
Oh, we're
Or
way,
way
past
past
that.
when we did the comic book movies,
Yeah.
that's when
Yeah.
people really started to. That's not comic accurate. So they really did that, and I feel like that's what fuck. That is a like that needs to be in there.
Yeah.
I feel.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
feel that.
right. No,
That was necessary for
that
those
like is
movies, but then
necessary,
it also
right.
carried over.
go ahead and take
Because-
that one off.
Right.
So many of the movies now where the music biopics and stuff,
Yeah.
the actor literally learns how to sing like them, dresses like all this shit, and they go through so much. And if you watch some of the older, music biopics, they're lip syncing on some of them or whatever. So it's just
And I'm,
they become that character.
I don't
like,
understand why people get mad at the Marvel and the DC stuff the way they go. Because I mean, even comic books. I'm a comic book junkie.
Yeah.
I love comic books. I've collected comic books. I have like over 2,000, 3,000 books, and with the movies, I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot.
It's a lot of
But
anything.
I love them. And with the movies, with the comics, I mean, the thing that I love that they're doing about the comics is that they're shifting from comic to comic. Yeah. Because in the comics they did that. You would have to buy Ghost Rider, issue 20, and then that continuation went into Captain America issue 40, and then that continuation went into Hulk 24. I mean, that was cool that they were doing, because that's how the movies did. You had to watch Black Panther to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, then Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you don't understand it fully on some of these movies
Correct.
unless you've seen this one.
But the comics itself, they were all different in every way. So even what they put on the movie, who gives a shit? The only thing I don't want them to do is to change the characters into what they're not. Like, Iron Man was a white man. If they had a black man playing Iron Man, that would be kind of stupid to me.
Isn't there something to say, though, about, like, inclusivity? I mean, we were just talking about, like, 1954, 57, whatever it was.
Right.
Things were different back then.
Yeah,
so whenever
right.
these comics are being written, it was more of a white world, I mean, that's
for
kind of
sure.
how it was. And now we're, a little more progressive. We're trying to be more inclusive with everybody. So maybe we should stick, maybe put a little more color in that script. You know what I mean?
The only thing I have to argue on that is,
And I'm not trying to be woke here.
No.
I'm pointing out the devil's advocate.
Right. The only thing I want to advocate on that is when Black Panther the movie came out. Okay, when Black Panther the movie came out, I don't want to sound the bad way. A lot of Black people said that, hey, we finally have a comic book character that's black. Black Panther has been black forever.
Yeah.
Black Panther came out in 1965 or something.
Right.
He was black then. Wakanda has been
Forever.
right. It's forever. So
Bombay.
I just, I've known Black Panther as being, the Falcon has been black forever. He was black in the comics. He's black now. I just don't want people to go off of these different things of like, we got to have a black Spider-Man. No, Miles Morales.
I had to do it.
Yes.
Saw somebody else doing it. I had to do it.
But no, that's just what, because obviously books are different. Like my daughters are big into Harry Potter. When they watched Harry Potter, they're like, that's not how that happened. And I totally get that. I totally get a book is different than a comic book. I just think that the MCU, I love the direction that they're going. I love what they're doing. Just keep it rolling. If they change somebody here and there, Ghost Rider, for example, if they make him a black guy, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as they keep him the way he is as he turns into this dark vengeance Ghost Rider to, hunt down the sinners out there. And
So here's my aha moment. Whenever they started talking, I don't know if this is still a thing. I haven't heard any more about it, but the black Ariel from The Mermaid,
yeah.
is that still all engines go?
I
You got
think
wheels
so.
up yet?
I think so.
So I got to thinking about that, and I was like, I don't give a shit if she's black
Exactly.
or white, but she
Exactly.
better have red hair. God damn it,
Exactly.
She better.
And she
Is
better
gonna
have
have red hair.
I think
She better
have red hair. She better have some tits. She better have some great tits
Well, hold on a minute.
with seashells.
The mermaid was 16 in those.
I don't give a shit. She had great tits, right? And she could sing. So as long as she could sing
on your show, buddy.
red hair.
But red hair.
That's the no hair Jared. His email is.
But no, that type of stuff, I don't know. I don't get all antsy. It's like, oh, they didn't follow the comic book. No comic book is the same. Every comic book changes. I mean, how many different there's Amazing Spider-Man, there's the Web of Spider-Man, there's the Spectacular Spider-Man, there's the Peter Parker and the Spectacular Spider-Man.
2099. There's like
Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
There's it goes on and on. The comic books are all different. There's no way you can write a movie about comic books. Books themselves, like, Stephen King books and Harry Potter books, I get it. I get those fans that are like, oh, that wasn't in the book. That's not right. They totally cut this out. They shouldn't have cut that out.
yeah.
Okay.
If
Whatever.
you just try to copy it, though, if you take a story and you say, okay, I'm going to make a movie about this, right? So somebody else is telling the story now. They're telling somebody else's story,
Right.
but they're telling the story.
Right.
Now, if they just tell the story the way the other guy told the story, how fucking lame is that?
Exactly.
How boring is that?
Exactly.
So do an adaptation like this Wednesday Addams show. It's a throwback from
Adam's family.
the Addams Family,
Right.
But it's total
totally
new
Yeah,
creation,
Correct.
and it's so fucking
It's
cool.
awesome.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's cool.
I haven't finished it. I haven't finished season 1 yet.
Yeah, I watched it with my daughter.
It's so cool.
It's awesome.
And
It is cool.
What's the actress's name? Because in the show, she's like, I think she's probably be like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
So I had to look
think
it
she's like-
up. I'm like, let's see how old she actually is
Before
I start feeling any kind of certain way.
celebrity
Here. And
crush.
she's like 21, 22. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, we're good.
She's good.
Yeah.
You're legal.
Yeah. But and then I went back and I looked at the show. I'm like, no, she
Gina
definitely
Ortega.
she definitely looks younger in the show. So it's
Right.
Yeah.
she's not even.
Is it set like present day or is it a period piece?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it does. I don't know.
I think it's
I
present.
think it's current. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more present.
But they made
Yeah.
her look so young
yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
not necessarily adult enjoyable.
Right.
which is
Yeah.
kind of a
It's-
shame.
yeah.
I need an older
Gina
Wednesday
Marie
version.
I know.
Because in
Ortega,
real life
she's
she
20
is
years
just
old.
I mean she's
Dude,
smoking
they
hot
should make
she's,
a-
yeah.
in
she's-
the real
She's
need-
beautiful.
They need to make a
But she's-
Morticia.
she just looks
show.
too young
Oh.
in the show.
Give the guy.
Which
the-
one's Morticia?
the mom.
The
The mom.
wife?
The
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
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 Give us a show about her
Yeah.
because
I don't know.
Yeah.
she's a.
You need to
shapely
watch.
light.
You need to watch that Wednesday.
I
It's-
think
Yeah.
I
it's
think
good.
that character is kind of bland though.
I don't know anything. I just like to look at her. It'd be like an Elvira kind of thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure you could go on a certain website, type that in, and you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get exactly what you want.
Yeah, Suicide Girls. Blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
not saying I'm not saying I've done that once a
I'm
week.
sure. Yeah.
I'm watching it like a series.
Yeah.
Are you-
Use promo code Fort Worth Roots. It's like Netflix, or they release an episode each week.
Right.
Use code podcast817 at checkout.
Yeah. Come back next week.
Jesus. This has gone so many different ways. Like,
Yeah.
I did not expect
Yes,
any of
it's-
this.
It's lovely. You said let's get weird.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man.
And we did.
Yeah. What other movies do you think that have their script just really fucked up?
There's a lot.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot.
Anything by M. Night Shyamalan after
Oh my God.
Sixth Sense.
The one movie that pissed me off was Lady in the Water.
I really enjoyed that one,
So
but
if-
I didn't think it was necessarily like
Well, if
Great.
you watch the trailer,
was
they
enjoyable.
play it out to be like a horror movie. It looks kind of scary in the trailer.
yeah.
And then when you watch the movie, there's literally a guy in there that only works out one side of his body. So he's muscular on one side and then
That's
normal on the other.
That's right.
And it's like, how the
forgot
fuck
about
do
that.
you? It's just, and they don't. It's not scary, really. Like it's just
Yeah,
a
the whole
stupid
movie's
movie.
not really
It's just
scary.
a weird movie.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some real turds I've seen.
I know.
recently. It happens all the time. I'm scrolling
yeah.
through Netflix. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give this one a go.
I've
It's only got
watched-
3 stars, but I'll try it anyway. And get
I've been
fucked.
trying to branch out lately. I watched Red Notice on Netflix. It has the Rock and Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It was
yet.
actually pretty funny,
I haven't seen that. yet.
and it's a pretty good one. Where Ryan Reynolds, he's a like an art thief, and then
Right.
The Rock
Oh,
is a
yeah.
federal agent or something like that, and they track him down, get him
They end up
arrested.
teaming up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
I've seen it.
it's a whole thing
pretty
that
good.
has to do with these 3 eggs that were in Egypt, and no one's found the other one.
right. Don't give it
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Some people haven't seen it.
So then he goes, oh,
There's
my
a
God.
big twist at the
Yes.
end.
Huge. And then what else did I watch? I watched.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah.
No, I just don't remember what I watched.
What'd you watch?
Yeah, what's the most recent new thing you've seen?
Man, for me, God,
You know what I was watching right before
I'm
I came over
so
here
far
was
behind. I'm way
there's a
behind.
Star Wars offshoot, Anon or something. I don't even know who this guy is, but there's like a whole Star Wars
Oh,
story about a random guy. And anyway,
Dave.
it's entertaining.
He's
I
from a
don't-
galaxy far, far away.
Kind of like that. Yeah, yeah.
Hi.
Oh, Dave, I'm a dickhead.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that was pretty good. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Yeah,
or show.
I've been trying to catch up on a lot of the Star Wars stuff. I finally finished the Mandarin. I'm just
Mandalorian?
Mandalorian.
The orange?
I am so
Or the
far
Chinese
behind.
man.
I'm behind on so much. I mean,
Can't
I haven't
keep up.
even seen Wakanda Forever, and,
I haven't
and
watched
I'm a
that
huge
yet,
Marvel
but-
guy, and I haven't seen it. And I need to. I want to see it before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes
When's
out.
that hitting?
March, I think. So it's coming up.
Ant-Man's coming out this week.
Ant-Man's coming out this week. I want.
I really want to see that.
Kind of want to go see that.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna be
love
good.
Paul
I haven't
Rudd.
been pumped
Oh,
about
yeah.
a movie
Paul
in a
Rudd's
while,
awesome.
and I think I need to go see that. I haven't been to a theater.
And
in a while.
introducing Kang.
Yeah.
I mean, Kang was introduced in
Loki, wasn't it?
Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to understand who Kang is, but now we're going to really see, and everybody's going to really understand what Kang can do.
I really liked Loki.
Yeah.
I was pissed whenever
I
that
haven't
one
watched it,
wrapped up.
And Loki's going to have another series coming
Oh,
out.
good,
yeah.
man. Good.
And Moon Knight's going to have a new one. She-Hulk sucked, so don't even waste
I started
your fucking time.
watching it, and
few
I was just
episodes.
like, this is not
Yeah.
like good.
No,
It didn't
I mean,
seem like Marvel at
It didn't
all.
grab me.
no, I mean, She-Hulk's just not that great.
She's
I mean,
hot though.
She is
Like-
hot.
Like not just the actor either. Like the She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
is hot.
Oh, yeah.
And she does a lot of adult stuff in that show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sex happening.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of sex
Is
in
it?
the comic
Yeah.
books, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I need
Mhm.
to watch that again.
Yeah.
I
There's a centerfold.
think I made it about halfway through the first
Oh.
episode.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Wait, what?
Centerfold.
Ew.
A sticky one. Doesn't come that way.
Peel it apart.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched.
I really use that comic book a lot.
What did I
Reading,
watch?
Mom.
Yeah.
I'm doing my homework.
knock before you enter.
I don't remember what else I've seen lately.
I haven't seen a lot. Yeah.
The last movie I saw in a theater, I believe, was Doctor Strange, and I did
Yeah.
not like that movie.
I didn't mind it. I mean,
it
was
felt
really
like they
overhyped.
could do so much.
Oh
more.
yeah, they
because the way they were talking about it, it was going to
Yeah.
be bigger than Far From Home, and I was
Correct.
or No Way Home. I was like,
yeah.
what? It's
Yeah.
like, they put 3 Peter Parkers in there. How's it going to be bigger?
Right.
And then they had the multiverse theory, but they only dove into it like one. They didn't
Yeah.
really dive into other
No.
ones. I was like, man, this is stupid. So
Yeah, it was a little lackluster.
I'm just not a big Doctor Strange fan.
I've been
so.
missing out
Yeah.
on sci-fi, man. Like I'm digging through. I've got Prime. I've got Paramount Plus,
Yeah.
and a couple other streaming service, Disney. Anyway, I've been trying to find like some sci-fi stuff, and
Okay.
anything outside of the Star Wars category, I can't find it.
No.
And
it's-
really, what I
Yeah.
need is
There's not
another
much.
10 seasons of The Expanse. That's what I need.
Ooh.
That's what my heart needs,
Okay.
but I can't
Yeah.
get it. So.
I would say I've been
I don't know
really,
what that
I've really
is.
been into the documentaries here lately. You know,
Yeah.
the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, that was.
There's a pretty cool one
That
on
was great.
Netflix. It's about the what did they call himself? It was the ring of people that would go break into celebrity houses.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
$1 million ring, or
well-
what did they call it?
It was from Charles Manson.
Oh, was that his people?
It was the Charles Manson people.
Okay. So,
What? No.
Aren't you?
what was that movie
Right?
they
No.
just did not too long ago?
They would break into like Paris Hilton's house and just rob her.
Oh,
and then, yeah.
newer stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay.
Oh, I
thought
know.
you were-
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's like a documentary series, and the people that actually did it are going through and like telling how they did it and stuff. And it's
Oh.
actually kind of cool to hear how,
Okay.
like, yeah, we just went to their house and just tried a door and it was unlocked. Like,
Oh.
so many of these celebrities just left doors unlocked.
Shit, I didn't.
And they would just
Yeah, I
walk in
haven't
there
heard
and they
of
would go
this
through
at
their
all.
closets because they knew they were out clubbing or whatever.
Right.
They'd go through their purses, they'd find cash, they'd just take it, jewelry and stuff. And these celebrities have so much stuff that they wouldn't notice it's missing
Shit.
until later on. Like, they broke into Paris Hilton's house like multiple times, I want to say. And then finally they caught on and it was like, oh shit. So I can't remember what it's called though, but it's some kind of ring of people that did it for a while. And I was like, dude, this is kind of interesting.
Well,
So
good on them. I'm glad they got some of that stuff.
I couldn't do that. I'd be too scared to break into someone's
Yeah,
house.
I think you're thinking of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's
That's
the movie.
I was trying to think
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
I still haven't seen that.
I love that
want
movie.
to see
Good-
it, but
good
Have
movie.
you've seen
Yes.
the movie, right? Good movie. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say shit about it. You got to watch
And
it.
if you know the history behind it,
You're
there's a
right.
spoiler at the end.
Right.
Which is actually a really good twist.
Yes.
oh,
That's
fuck.
all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's
oh my
on-
god.
Jordan, my son, and I went and saw the movie at the movie theater,
Yeah.
and
How old is your son?
he's 24.
Okay.
Yeah, we cracked up the whole fucking time. And then at the end of the movie, I had to explain to him, like, hey, that shit really happened.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a twist. So,
Damn it.
yeah. Yeah.
But
So
we were
talked
all,
about it.
everybody that knew the actual story was expecting something else.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. That's all we're going to
Have
say.
you not seen it?
No, I haven't
Oh.
seen it, but I know the
Oh,
basics of it. I
yes.
kind of guessed what
Yes.
y'all are talking about.
I think
but-
it's great from beginning. There's some dead spots.
Yeah.
Very few dead spots.
Yeah.
But I think they did that intentionally. Like
It's Quentin Tarantino.
yeah, it's a cinematic thing that
It's
he's
Quentin.
doing, or
Yeah, I love Quentin.
storytelling
Tarantino.
thing.
Yeah,
He's an interesting.
my wife hates him, but I love it.
It's his movie. I didn't realize that he he started and said he was only going to make 10 movies.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that, but he's made 8 of them so far, I think.
Correct.
So he has 2 more to go.
2
and he
more to
already
go.
knows what the next one's going to be.
Yep.
And I can't remember
He
if he's
doesn't have the
decided
10th
on
one
10.
down. No, he doesn't have the 10th
But
one
I
down.
didn't realize that. I always just thought
when did he start making movies? Like
early 90s.
1990s.
So he's in the beginning of his career, and he's like, I am only going to
He's
do
only
10
going to do 10.
movies.
Yeah.
And he's never changed that?
No.
He
And
puts a
he's-
lot of shit
he
because
is-
he did.
he puts a lot of shit.
I don't buy it.
I
He's going to
love
do an
There's-
11th movie, and everybody's be like, oh my God! An 11th
Jared's
movie?
yeah, Reservoir
Us Jareds are
Dogs.
going to lose our shit. 11? He said he was only going to do
You
10.
fucking liar! Get him on the podcast. No,
Oh, dude, that would be sweet. If we could get Quentin Tarantino.
he'd probably be an
After
asshole. I
Shaq,
feel like.
after
I
Abbott.
don't know.
I don't know. I'd want a celebrity that's just open to it, not the
Yeah.
one. And I would be so. What was it like growing up? Like, I want to have cool questions for him and stuff, not just the same shit that they hear, because I want it to be fun for him.
I think Quentin would be good.
He'd be weird though.
Oh, well, fuck yeah.
Like Paul Rudd would be cool to have.
He'd be
on.
better than Midnight Shyamalan, whatever the fuck
Oh.
his name is.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Dude, now that's a guy I could interview and been like, so what the fuck were you thinking when you wrote The Village?
Yeah, what's up with your fucking
Yeah.
movies?
Yeah.
Do you
Why
ever
are-
sit back and go, well, that was fucking shit?
Yeah, that was stupid of me.
Damn. I should do better.
I suck at a director.
That wasn't a good one.
But then I have to take a step back, and I always do this when I'm talking about famous people. Like, I can't make a fucking movie, so
Yeah,
Right.
who am I to talk shit?
Right.
The guy's
That's
made
true.
a shit ton of money
Oh, yeah.
making these movies,
Right.
so he's obviously
it doesn't
good at
matter if you
something.
make shitty movies or not. I
Right.
mean, he's
Well,
getting paid.
and his name after Sixth Sense was so good that
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the fuck he
I have
makes.
never
Everybody's
seen-
gonna go and
What?
see
I've
it.
never seen that movie.
You have never seen Sixth
I don't
Sense.
want to see it because I know what happens.
Well, duh. Now
So
you
it's
do.
like the whole time it'd be like,
it's
he's dead.
2023.
He's dead.
I mean, fuck. Everybody knows what happened.
I've never seen it, but I don't want to see it because I know what happens. I
Yeah.
just don't want to waste. I'm like,
Dude, and that was such a sick twist at the
It
end.
was.
yeah,
Like, if
and
you
that's what I
didn't know-
hear, but
For
I
those
already
who
know it. So
for those who watched it when it came out, fucking Jared. That's why he's Jared number 2.
man.
Well, and you could get away with twists like that back then, you know.
Right.
Not the internet was not such a
No.
thing as it is now. You can't get away with those twists nowadays. I don't feel
No.
like.
The movie Gone Girl. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
That has a pretty big twist in it.
Has a big
With
twist.
it's Ben Affleck,
Ben Affleck.
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah.
his wife or
Crazy
whatever goes
bitch.
missing.
What's
yeah,
her name? God damn it.
slut.
She's weird. She's
Yeah.
just absolutely
She
weird.
looks like she would
Listen,
be weird.
She nailed that part.
She did.
She did so good.
Yeah, and then she like leaves and then comes back and she's like, "You can be the hero," or blah blah. And it's like, what the fuck, man? So,
Spoiler.
well, fuck it.
Rosamund,
listens.
Rosamund Pike. She's hot. I mean,
She aight.
in a
really
weird way.
yeah.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike.
She looks like she would be a bitch. Like she would be.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
She would want to see a manager.
I'm sure. Yeah. If you walk up to her and ask for her autograph, I'm sure she's like, piss off.
I said well done. Does this look well done?
Yeah.
Does this look well done?
Yeah. She's
Where's your manager? They owe
she's
me
a
an
little-
appetizer.
She's a little weird.
She's a hell of an
Like,
actress.
what's
She's
her
an
name?
amazing actress.
Katherine Heigl. God, she looks like she would be a bitch.
Catherine who?
Heigl.
Let's see.
Name's familiar.
Knocked Up.
Oh, dude, I hate her, and it's
Yeah.
because she's such a good actress.
Yeah.
Like she has been in some roles
yeah.
where
She
you
just-
you
But
fucking
she's
hate her.
she's kind of blacklisted, I heard, because she is a
Oh,
bitch.
really?
Oh, like
And no
she's-
one- yeah.
Okay.
She is?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not that she's a good actress.
No, she's not a
just-
good.
I thought
playing herself.
I don't
She
know.
played
I
a
thought
bitch.
She would. You think she would be a bitch to you?
Dude, have you
Yes.
seen? But
Have you seen
really?
Knocked
have
Up?
you seen the role?
Well, yeah,
Knocked
but
Up, dude.
Like,
I mean,
imagine
she's an
that is her.
actress. She's
I
just
just-
in a role.
That's
yeah,
what, that's
but
what I was
what
saying.
if she's
But-
pulling like what if that's her?
He's saying that it's not
Hmm.
method
And I've heard
acting.
that yeah, I've
Right.
heard that she's kind of a bitch. That's why she doesn't act anymore because no one wants to cast her.
Huh. I know that of
Get her on the show.
Norton. What's his
Edward Norton.
Edward
yeah.
Norton.
Yeah, he's
Edward
kind of a
Norton.
That's a
He is
fact.
a dick.
Yeah,
Well, that's he's lost a lot of roles, and there's a lot of people that will not work with him because he's
Yes.
earned a really bad reputation.
The
But there
movie-
is a movie that I love that he's in.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Score.
I haven't seen that one.
Score. He plays.
Who else is in it?
Let me think real quick. He's famous for the mob.
Well, you were about to talk about his character in the movie.
De Niro,
right?
Pacino,
Robert De Niro.
Pesci.
Okay.
Yeah. So
does he play a janitor?
yes,
Okay,
he's a
yeah,
janitor that's got mental
It's a great,
issues.
great,
it's a
great
great
movie.
fucking
Yeah.
movie. It's called
haven't seen
Score.
that.
Also an
you
excellent
gotta see
twist.
it. Excellent twist.
Yeah.
I love it.
Who doesn't like a good twist?
He
But,
did Italian Job.
Yes.
He was under contract, so
Yes.
he legally had to do that movie.
right.
And he's like looks pissed off through the whole fucking movie.
Right.
And it fits his role perfectly in there of who he's playing, but you can kind of tell that there's like tension.
Right.
If you actually go back and watch it, it's actually kind of funny.
Well,
So.
the guy that plays Falcon in the
Anthony Mackie.
yes, we saw him in
Through
those
the
are
scores.
fucking Atlanta Falcons. Fuck them. We saw him in New Orleans when we did our little trip with the kids.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah, he was sitting at a bar that we walked by, and we were just kind of not trying to stare at
Who
him.
is
but
this?
yeah,
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
He plays the Falcon in the
Captain
MCU.
America.
Captain
He was
America.
Papa.
Oh,
He was
okay, yeah,
Papa
yeah.
Doc
Yeah,
on
yeah.
8 Mile.
Yeah.
He actually played Tupac in the Biggie movie.
Yep. But we saw him at sitting outside, and
Yeah.
so that guy, we saw him sitting outside, and we just kind of like
guy's a
we
gangster.
were
His
looking
real
at
name's
him, and then we
Clarence.
kind of waved, and he waved back. So cool, dude. So
That's awesome.
we were gonna go in, but we're like, I don't like bugging the guys.
Yeah.
You know, like the athletes. You know, I've been to New Orleans hundreds of times, and I'll see the athletes out in public. There's one time we were parked in the parking garage when we were leaving, and Joe Horn and Sammy Knight from the New Orleans Saints were going to their car. I made my dad stop. I'm like, hey, stop the car. I got out. I'm like, hey, Joe Horn, Sammy Knight, can you sign this? Like, hell yeah, we'll sign it. They stopped right through there, signed my
So cool.
signed the football. It was great.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah,
That's badass.
So-
No, I can't imagine how annoying it is for like
I'm
big
sure.
celebrities
Yeah.
always getting stopped. So like for me, I've made a rule for myself. Like no, this isn't going where you think. This isn't going where you
It's
think.
like, when I'm out in public,
No.
I wear a hood
Wait,
and sunglasses.
If I run into somebody that I recognize, I'm intentionally not, I'm not going to be that guy.
Right.
Yeah, and you were a kid at the time, right?
Oh
No,
yeah, I'm
no.
like 17.
Yeah. So for me, grown man, I don't want to do that. So like I'll
Right.
see Chad Butler out in public and I'll
Oh,
just
God.
ignore him.
yeah,
I
would
won't say
too.
shit to him. I'll just be like, oh,
Treat
fuck.
them like they're everyone else.
Right.
That's Chad Butler.
Tim used to come into the
From
QT
the
I worked
Funky
at,
Panther.
and
Yeah.
I think this was back before, but I treated him just like everyone else.
Yeah.
I knew Tim, but you paid the price, buddy.
I would say Barry. I knew Barry Sanders. I was at the Quick Trip in Wichita where Barry Sanders. His parents lived right down the road, and
He lived with his parents. Loser.
but Barry Sanders.
Football ain't cutting it no more.
He
huh?
came in one time, and this guy recognized him. He absolutely recognized him. He goes, "Dude, I think Barry Sanders is over there getting a fountain drink." I looked over and I'm like, "Nah, that's not Barry." He's
Yeah.
like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Nah, that's not Barry." So he leaves. Then Barry comes up to the check stand, and he's buying his drink. He's like,
Oh, no.
"He's like, hey, I heard what you did. I appreciate that." I'm like, "Hey, if I can just get a quick autograph." So I printed off his receipt. Got an autograph, and I gave it to my best friend because he's a huge Barry Sanders fan.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I would see Barry like once a week, once
That's
every other
awesome.
week. Yeah.
He'd only show up when you were working.
His thighs were as big as both of my thighs together.
Were they sweaty?
Oh, yeah. Real sweaty.
That
Thigh
was,
gap.
that was for
Real
you,
sweaty.
bearded Jared.
Real sweaty. I tried to tackle him once, and he just
He
evaded
slipped
me.
right through my
right
hands.
Slipped right through my hands.
Like a natural lubricant
said-
for his thighs.
Oh, you're making
Oh,
the football. I
yeah.
believe it.
You merely adapted to the sport. I was born in it.
My
Some-
thighs are as big as your face.
So I'm hanging out with Barry Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah. Barry and I go way back. Shit. We party.
Call him
hard.
up. Shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Here.
You old B-dog on
Let's
here.
see. Here we go. Barry. There
We
you
did
go.
lines of coke as long as the 50-yard line.
First down.
Well, speaking of, Super Bowl's tomorrow.
Oh shit, yeah, it is.
Who's watching?
Is that what? The Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Oh, well, I'm
Chiefs
actually
and
going to be
Eagles.
watching for more Chinese balloons. So I'm spending.
And
I'm gonna be
UFOs.
telescoping.
And UFOs. Yeah.
Our country is under active invasion. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Super Bowl tomorrow."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who do you
Is
guys
the red
got?
ones gonna beat
Eagles-
the green ones?
Eagles or Chiefs?
You better
Eagles or
be
Chiefs?
betting on the F-22s.
Have you seen the leaked script?
Oh, yeah,
Is it out
Okay,
there?
I know what you're
So
talking
I'm
about.
wondering
Yeah.
if it's true.
You don't
Right.
think they're going to change it? I mean, they're just it got
I mean,
leaked.
I would
let's
assume
follow
they
it anyway.
would to
Right.
cover it up. But there's been a lot of that conspiracy lately
Yes.
that the NFL is scripted. Like players get their script at the beginning of the season, say
what I'm
where they're
hearing.
going to lose and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like that. I mean,
Even the New Orleans Saint Alvin Kamara came out and was talking about that.
was that word you just said? What?
Alvin Kamara?
Okay.
Yes, that's his name.
It sounded like you're
He's a
New
running back.
Saint. I was like, what?
I have been drinking,
Yeah.
but not that much. I'm good.
What
He's
are
a
you
pretty
gentlemen
man.
sipping
His
on this
name
evening?
is
What's in those
Al-
glasses?
I've got proper 12
you
and
I got
Mountain.
me some Jameson
Damn.
Black Barrel, baby.
That's the one right there.
That's
buddy.
Proper 12 and Mountain Dew.
Right there. I love me some Jameson.
Dude, you are drunk. That's not 12. It's 21, bro.
No.
No, it says right there, number 21.
Wait, numbers.
Had to-
Oh, shit.
had to.
I get my numbers mixed up right there.
Well, good thing I'm not an operator. Get it? They dial numbers and then see them backwards. You dial the wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You had to walk that one in for us. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man.
Any other movie scripts that
Nothing I can think of off the top of my
Yeah.
head. I'm going to have to watch them and see, but
I just think musicals altogether. I actually do like musicals. My
there's
mom
a
is
few.
a huge
I'm
on
very
musicals.
picky.
I'll
But
get
my
down with
biggest
the sound
thing
of
is
music,
just-
man.
Where are these guys? Like all of a sudden, nobody knows anybody, and then a music scene comes up, and everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows the song, and everybody knows
Yeah.
the dance moves. Like,
And then people
What the
walking
fuck?
by just act like it's normal.
oh yeah,
And then they just stop and then just like, so you want to go get a burger? It's like,
Right.
okay.
right.
Yeah,
it's
not,
like
not one person's going, I think we're in an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, that's not normal. I don't go to Walmart and there's like some lady and is like, if I could buy this dress. And then I'm just like background character.
right.
Yeah.
Whoa, mister, stay away from me. I need to purchase this
So-
dress.
Favorite musical.
Sound of Music.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
Hey.
Julie
What?
Andrews.
What
Julie
the
Andrews.
fuck? Like-
What?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Podcast is over. You know, we tried, you know,
We're on hiatus until I see this fucking movie, apparently.
yeah, Sound of Music's good. What's
Probably Rocky Horror Picture Show.
oh, you fucker.
I like that one.
Yeah.
There's only a few I like. And Grease is one. Rocky
Yeah.
Horror Picture
I
Show.
like Grease.
Hairspray, the movie one. I
Yeah.
actually like that for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
But
Well, John Travolta's a
Yeah.
woman
I
for-
got bad news, dude. Julia Andrews
Mm,
not looking so hot anymore. Oh
no.
my God, she was a babe back in the day.
Oh yeah.
the 60s, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not so much right now.
She's 87, dude.
Cross the Universe. I like that one.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool
Yeah.
concept of a movie and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all Beatles songs.
Oh yeah.
And it almost felt like Rocket Man was more of a musical than a biopic.
I agree.
Because they actually incorporated the songs
yes.
that he would sing into a dance routine or something
did.
to explain, like, or like work it into a cut scene to where he gets to the next point in life.
Mandy and I, when we went and saw that at the end of it, when we were leaving, we both were talking about that. It's like that was more of a musical
Yeah.
than anything else. Like because we've seen the Doors, you know, we've
It's the story of them and then they
Bohemian
perform the
Rhapsody.
songs.
but they were
This one, yeah. There's a few that he kind of performs, but a lot of it's just like a musical, big,
yeah.
you know, him dancing the bitch and the bitch is back and the
Yeah.
Stone Cold Sober.
I actually one of my favorite musicals is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot. I've seen West Side Story because they made us watch this.
Well, there's two now. There's
haven't
the
seen the
newer
new
one.
one.
Yeah, the new one's not bad, but the old one's good.
So I got
That's
a
not really a
question.
musical. Never mind.
So Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was
Yeah.
that Julie Andrews?
No,
Okay.
no, that was some.
Audrey Hepburn?
No,
Okay.
no.
Was
It had Dick Van Dyke,
Right.
and the woman was.
Now, was Mary Poppins a musical?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, right?
I would-
I've
There was
never
some-
seen that.
There
I
was
would
some
say
heavy
it's a
singing
musical.
in that.
Yeah, because
I'd
they
say
had
it's a
music.
musical.
A lot of that shit
Yeah.
was.
That was Dick Van
Spoonful
Dyke
of
in that one,
sugar
too,
helps
right?
Dick Van Dyke was
Yeah.
in that.
Okay, well, then I retract my Sound of Music because Julie Andrews was the hottest she's ever been in Mary Poppins.
Oh
I'm going
yeah.
with Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah, she was really hot in Mary
Good
Poppins.
God, she was 28 years old.
But Sally Ann Hose was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and she was hot too. She was truly scrumptious. That's her name.
Ooh, Fortastic.
Truly scrumptious.
That is Ford.
But no,
Scrumptious.
they actually had a part where I could probably bring it up on this. Dick Van Dyke and Sally Ann were playing dolls.
Mm.
So Dick Van Dyke was playing a doll, as in, somebody with strings on
Yeah.
it, kind of like a Pinocchio.
Like a marionette. Yeah.
Correct. And then Sally Ann was playing a musical box.
Oh
Doll.
yeah, one of those
Yeah.
like.
And if I can bring it up, that part was fucking fantastic. It was one take, and they did an awesome job with it. But that's probably one of my
I'll
favorite
have to,
musicals.
yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah,
after we get
for
done
sure.
on the YouTube. There,
Um,
so
I'm currently trying to find you the most fire hot picture of Julie Andrews right now.
But
This is pretty badass right there.
let me see if I can.
it's the short hair though.
Oh, here we go.
Is that a
always
good thing for you?
Here we go.
No?
Here we go.
I always
here we go.
prefer like at least shoulder length or so.
Mm,
Let me
no,
see if this
she's
works.
pulling it off. What do you got there? Mic
It
it
won't
up.
play the
Mic
whole
it up.
thing, but
Yeah, I don't think it's not gonna show, but like she's a music doll that you wind up, and she's playing the part perfect. The one take. That's what they say. I'm not 100% on this. This is just hearsay, but they
Yeah.
said that this was one take. She did this, and she's moving and all robotic.
feeling like they're robot.
Right, right. I mean, she is very precise. And then Dick Van Dyke comes in later on with his part,
Yeah.
and they simultaneously put their songs together.
That's
And it's
kinda cool.
awesome. It's really good. So,
It's no Rocky Horror, but
No.
And
Yeah,
she's
you
no
stole
Julie
mine.
Andrews.
true.
she's definitely not no Julie Andrews. But, but yeah,
There you go.
musicals.
There's just very few that I can't get into the rule. It's something about musicals, like with music, that makes me, if the song gets stuck in my head, then that's what kind of makes it for me. And Hairspray, there's a couple of songs in there, and plus Amanda Bynes, I kind of had a little crush on her, like
Right.
before she was
We all
crazy,
did. We all
Yeah.
did.
and it was just like, ooh,
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
get
She's
it.
cute.
Yeah. Do you think musicals are gone?
God, I hope so.
When's the last one that really came out?
Wait.
Hamilton came out.
Well,
They've
I mean,
done a
but
few
West Side
recently.
Story was
yeah, they
pretty
remade
new.
that
That's
one.
only 2 or 3 years
I
old.
wish they would bring back musicals a little bit more.
Yeah.
They do musicals so that women will drag us to the movies,
Yeah,
Right.
right?
Right.
probably.
Hate musicals.
I don't. my wife is not a big musical fan. She does love the crier movie. Notebook. Fart in the. I call it Fart in the Stars, but it's like Fault in the Stars or something. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Well,
I call it
I
Fart
like
in the
your
Stars.
version. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Fart in the Stars. Exactly. There you go. And we finally, I watched it for the first time the other day. It was on TV, and I watched it. And yeah, it's a tearjerker, but it didn't bring tears to my eyes. But I looked at my wife and my daughters, and they're crying. I'm like, why do you watch this shit?
What's it about?
It's-
I'm never gonna watch it.
So, the girl who plays in the damn it,
Come on, get it together.
anyway, so there's a girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That narrows it
There's a
down.
girl. She has a cancer, and she believes she's going to die pretty soon.
Okay.
She has lung cancer, and
Alright.
so it's hard for her to breathe. Then she meets a guy finally, and he
Maybe
has
she's
cancer.
just out of shape.
And that's probably what it is. She meets a guy. He has cancer too, but he's putting it off like it's not that bad. Well,
That's what you do, right? Be
Correct.
a man.
Yeah.
Well, later
Walk
on,
it off.
so she always thinks throughout this whole movie she's gonna go really quick, like any day she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's got a little bit control over his cancer, but he still has some cancer, but it's not as bad as hers. So all this time you're thinking that she's going to go any minute. He's going to go maybe sometime in a couple years.
Yeah.
Well, then all of a sudden, halfway through, it flips, and he's been holding out on her, and it's like his cancer has really progressed throughout his body, and he's going to go any minute. And hers is actually getting a little bit better. So he actually ends up dying.
Twist.
Correct.
What a twist.
Plot twist.
Correct. And he
The
wants...
plot
Oh,
twist.
I can't keep up. Hold on. Let me take
He
down
actually wants to hear the eulogy that his best friend, which is a guy who's blind,
so long.
and he wants to hear
Wish
what
you farewell.
she's going to say at his funeral.
This is a musical?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's not.
That's what I was like.
No.
Where do they dance? It's like two
I
cancers
thought
equals love.
I was going to die, but now it's you.
Oh,
We left
I
musicals
just died
way
in
back
your
in the back.
arms
I-
tonight.
I'm still looking in the rear view.
No, rearview mirror, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
It's gone. So finally his cancer just starts getting very very aggressive, and he
They
wants
need
to
to make
hear,
this into a musical.
They should. Yeah. The fart and stars. And so they say what they all meet at a church, and they say what they're going to say at his funeral, and then she actually has it all lined up to say at his funeral. He actually does die. Spoiler alert.
While
He
they're
does-
reading it. Oh,
At
No, no.
Oh.
But at the funeral, she's getting ready to
They
say
bore him
what.
to death.
Yeah.
These suck.
And
I'm gonna
she-
die now.
She folds up the paper that she read to him the day that he wanted to hear it, and she folded it up and said something totally different, which got my wife and my daughter crying. I'm just sitting there going, "Why do you watch this shit?
Was
Why do
what
you
she
watch
s-
shit that makes you cry?"
Was what she
Why?
said better or worse?
It
Or
was
did they
good.
even-
It was
oh.
good. I mean, I didn't cry.
So while you're telling this awful story
yeah,
about this terrible movie
right.
that's not a musical,
Correct.
Yes.
I thought of a terrible movie that I saw
Okay.
recently.
Yes.
And I almost made it my entire life without having to see this fucking movie.
Uh-oh. What did I have one too, but
Brokeback Mountain.
No, I've seen that.
No.
I love it.
Wait, what? You know what happens in there? It's on Netflix now. I've never seen it, but I was like,
You're missing out.
all I didn't want to
5
watch
stars.
it. I went,
Five
Mountain?
stars.
really?
No, I have no idea. I've never seen it.
Okay.
I
read the Wikipedia to see what the movie's actually about because I was curious. I was like,
fucking
it
liar.
can't just
You
be
own a
fucking-
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I have lived
Brokeback
Brokeback
Bros.
Mountain.
Okay, so the movie I saw was 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh god.
Okay.
And
I've seen
I
that.
swear to God, I had this movie boycotted. I was never going to watch it.
Right.
And then somebody really wanted to watch it.
Girlfriend.
And listen,
Hopefully.
I've never wanted to burn the house down so bad.
Right.
Like it's just such a fucking cringy movie.
I got drugged all free
Start
when I was
to
married.
finish. I mean,
Yes.
it's okay.
Yes.
Listen, here's why.
Yes.
I
Preach.
If somebody likes that
Preach,
movie,
preacher,
they
preach.
deserve an explanation.
Yes.
The character is such an unattainable person. Like
Yes.
nobody can be that guy.
Right.
And somebody recently, and they were not talking about 50 Shades of Grey. They were talking about what women in books, whenever somebody picks up a book or somebody writes a book about the ideal love story that women
Right.
are gravitating towards, right?
Right.
It's exactly 50 Shades of Grey. It's a woman that is pretty, but maybe not
Insecure.
valued in that
I'm so
way. You know,
insecure.
she's the insecure kind of homely type.
Girl next door.
And
but
you
I have
know,
a great ass and great tits.
the guy is the
Yeah.
one who's like, you know, kind of stoic and emotionally unavailable in some way, but
Right.
she's gonna fix him, but he's loaded and all these other fucking qualities. Anyway, the guy was describing 50 Shades of Grey, but he wasn't actually talking about that movie. So I think I heard this before I saw that movie, but I'm watching this movie and I'm picking out all these details, just going, is this what they think fucking reality is?
Right.
Because every woman loves that fucking movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
no
just
woman
so,
I know
it's so gross.
Goes through that,
no,
No.
and they wouldn't.
no, because if you change the shading of that movie a little bit, no pun intended, if you alter it just
Heyo.
ever so slightly, it's a fucking horror story
Right.
about a guy with a fucking sex dungeon.
Right.
You know, and with all this anyway.
Raping people.
Yeah, beats the shit out of his girl he loves.
Well,
Yeah.
I just
Makes her sign a fucking contract.
yeah.
Anyway, if told in just a
This guy
slightly
Sheldon
different light,
Cooper.
it's
Yeah.
an awful, awful fucking story.
Yeah.
But if it's told in just the right way,
Right.
It's sexy.
Right.
woo,
My
what will you do to me next?
my wife read those books, and then she took me to the first movie of it, and I'm sitting there.
Did you sit through the whole fucking thing?
I did.
Oh my god! See,
I sat
didn't
through all
finish it.
3 of them in the theater.
There's
Oh,
3?
you did?
There
Yes.
are 3 of
three.
these?
There's
There
50
is
Shades
3.
of Grey, 50 Shades
Oh my God.
darker,
Darker.
and then 50 Shades Freed or something like that.
I don't know.
Or I don't know.
We only saw the first one in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because after that, when we were leaving, I'm like, is this what you're into? I mean, do you like this? I mean,
You just kind of punch her on the way out.
Like,
Did you like that?
want me to spank your ass? I mean, I'm all for it, but
Yeah.
You're setting
I'll
up a
chain you
torture
up.
chamber.
but I don't know.
You get
It's
my
just-
ratchet straps.
It was just, I
It's
agree.
just
It was
the
just,
cringiest fucking thing.
yeah,
I've
it was
ever
just
seen.
weird. It's like,
And the reason I didn't watch is because I had heard the pretense of the movie. And
Right.
I'm just like, that is so fucking twisted.
right. You basically have Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have Bruce
a
Wayne.
horny Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
Instead
horny.
of fighting crime,
Instead of fighting
Yeah.
crime, he wants
He
to
beats
just
the shit out of you.
fuck the shit out of you with whips and chains and whatever else he can do to you.
it's almost turned into a ludicrous song.
Yeah.
Rough sex, make it hurt.
Yeah. It's,
So,
that
that's-
one's weird. I don't.
Worst-
I
I
really
don't
get
get
the
that,
50
like-
One of the
Shades
worst
Grey.
movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
if I was with someone, I mean, some random girl, I mean, maybe I'd punch her or
Right.
something, but like
A
someone
little
I
choking
love,
is necessary.
Yeah,
Right.
I've never choked a girl because I don't know what.
Missing out.
Yeah. How much is enough?
Yeah,
How
like,
much? I mean, I don't want to kill her.
yeah, I know.
But if I kill her, I go to prison.
When she stops
know.
complaining, that's when you went too far. When
Yeah.
when she has no clear objection anymore,
Yeah.
you need to stop.
Wake up, wake up,
Yeah.
wake up.
Yeah. Wake her up.
That's what I would be scared
Where'd
of.
you go with her, Jared? Where are you?
And then the
Come back
girls
to
that,
us.
like Louis C.K. said it, the girls that have the rape fantasy. He's like, I'm not gonna rape you on the off chance you're into that shit, you know?
Right.
I don't think Louis should be making jokes like that. Right
No,
now.
this was his older stuff.
Yeah.
But he was such a good comedian.
He still is, man. He's
he-
a great writer.
yeah.
Yeah.
He tells a story. Let me pull it up on my
And-
phone
and-
because
God.
Do you guys remember Dane Cook?
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not gonna pay tribute to his memory.
right. I mean, he
Joke stealing fuck.
exactly.
yeah, I'm not a
He-
fan of his
He
anymore.
stole shit from Louis C.K.
The
Now-
hardest.
Whoa.
That was out of
All right.
context.
But
Yeah,
you know,
fucking Dane.
again,
I love Dane Cook, and then all of a sudden, he hit that wall of stealing shit from other comedians,
yeah,
especially Louis C.K.
yeah. They
And-
went. They
but
went around.
did you see the interview that Louis
with the
C.K.
two of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see that?
I don't. I actually don't remember. I do remember that it happened. So maybe I didn't see it, but I just knew it happened.
It happened. I mean, it's not something that everybody's got to see.
It's pretty brief, wasn't it?
It's very brief.
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
if that. And it's basically Louis C.K. just kinda
Confronting him. Right?
confronting him,
Yeah.
letting him kind of get his word out there,
Yeah.
kind of letting almost forgiveness a little bit,
Yeah.
but then just kind of shunning him too of like, okay, you know you're done, right? You know this is over.
He recently has kind of started popping back into the scene,
He's trying.
and it almost looks like Brandon Fraser. You know, did I say that right? Is it Fraser? Or
It's Fraser.
Fraser.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Fraser.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that fucking guy.
Anyway,
He's put on some pounds.
it's crazy, right?
It's
Because
kinda
he was
dude.
such a stunningly good-looking dude, and
He
he
wasn't
is
bad.
just
Yeah.
fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan
I
Cook,
never-
same thing.
I never really liked him as I mean,
Okay.
I liked the Mummy and things like that, but
yeah,
he was just a weird dude.
I don't know.
I never
I've-
really-
I always liked those movies.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
What,
I have a new
Monkey
favorite
Bone?
joke.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
It's
Ready? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Dan Natterman.
yeah. I know Dan. Allen.
So I'm going to quote one of his jokes.
Okay.
So he says that he's talking about sex ed in school. He says, my teacher gave us sex education. He brought in a banana and he said, children, I'm going to teach you how to put on a condom. And I brought this banana because I can't get a hard on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
Who was this?
I heard that's CK.
Louis C.K. He's telling a story about a guy, but that's the funniest thing.
He's on the podcast with
Tom Segura,
right,
and his wife. Yeah,
right.
God, that's
what we
show.
should reach out to Bert Kreischer or something like that. Oh,
yeah,
boner.
Yeah,
such a terrible joke.
Speaking of that, that's weird that came up when I was starting with Quick Trip as a clerk. I went to a store, and this clerk that was teaching me how to do my job, because
Is there a banana in this story?
No, but there's a condom thing. There's a condom reference.
Okay.
So we didn't have clerk trainers back in 1995. I started with the company in 1995.
Yeah, I was just like, follow that guy. He does a good job sometimes.
Exactly. I went to a store. They just said, train as you fucking go. And they gave me to this clerk. This clerk's like, hey, how you put cups in the sleeve? It's like putting on a condom. Like, what?
How old were you at the time?
I was 16. I have put on a condom before.
At that point? Yeah.
At that point. Okay. And so when he told me, when you put the cups into the sleeve, it's like putting on a condom. I'm like, what? I'm trying to reference this. And I'm like, I don't think this guy has ever put on a condom.
Yeah, it's like a bag of sand.
I think he's like trying to be cool, and he's not cool. And so I'm looking at him, and he's like, yeah, you just shove the cups into the... How do you... You don't shove a condom.
I don't shove a condom on my wiener.
I don't shove a condom under my wiener.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, that's exactly... I'm not making this shit up.
You get the cappuccino powders. Oh, it feels like a breast.
I'm 100% truth on this. He said, when you fill the cups into the sleeve, it's like putting on a condom. Just imagine putting on a condom.
I'm with you. Bags of sand. That's what this sounds like. Bro.
Wow. How old was he? Like same age?
He was a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
So I was 16. He was probably 18 or at the time.
Like, you stick with me. You're going to get laid.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to get anywhere close to being laid if I stick with that guy.
Or, other way around. How do I put a condom on?
Yeah.
You just like
think
this.
back.
Yeah. Thank God I've already put a condom on before.
I get plenty of practice at Quick
otherwise,
Trip. It really messed your first time up, dude.
I'm like, I'm just going to shove this condom on real quick.
Like a 44-ounce
like
cup.
at work.
Like a big gulp.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Fill her up.
God,
wow.
this episode is fire.
Oh, it's lovely. I'm sure everyone...
Musicals and
it is
44-ounce cups.
Yeah. Condom putting on. How to put on a condom.
You want to learn how to put on a condom. Get a job at Quick Trip.
You got two options here.
That's Quick Trip.
Jared ruins musicals or how to install a condom.
Yeah. Either way you go.
Hey, yo.
You can't miss.
Oh, you want to play a game or anything? Or?
No. Not with you sick fucks. Not after banana talk.
I got this Hot Ones game that I've been dying to play.
I know.
But I don't think you're in this hot spot.
You're not into spicy stuff, are you?
Not tonight, no. No. I'm on an empty stomach.
You could have had some cauliflower wings. Well.
So really, are you guys interested in the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Not really.
Really?
I mean,
okay.
If I can figure out a cheap or free way to watch it.
Well, fuck you guys.
That's it for Jared number 2. I won't be on the podcast anymore after this because I've been fired.
Yeah. This isn't a sports podcast.
Check out the Ball Bag podcast with Javier.
Yes, and whoever the hell the other guy is.
It's Lance.
Lance,
My
okay.
buddy Lance.
Is that who did Tim?
Isn't it?
Tim gave me a suggestion for someone else.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't listened to Ball Bag yet.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
I'm not sports.
There's so many fucking podcasts I got to keep
There
up
are.
with now.
Is he from
I'm
emo?
trying, man.
Emo
I mean, I
otaku?
don't want-
Emo Otaku. Did I
Okay.
say it right?
I
that
mean, I
time?
know
It'd be the
this-
first.
I know sports isn't like the biggest thing, but I just Super Bowl is tomorrow. I mean, the biggest.
I don't
one of the
follow
biggest events.
football throughout the year, but whenever it gets to the
We were
important
picked on a lot in
games-
high school, as
Yeah.
you could tell.
I wore sports jerseys at school, but I didn't watch the school. My friends liked them, so
I wore sports jerseys and had no
I had my
idea whose
Jordan-
fucking name was
No,
on my back.
I knew him.
I wore sports jerseys so I didn't get beat up.
Well, I had a Jordan jersey, which Jordan was my favorite.
Well, fuck yeah.
I had a
And fuck you, what's his ass?
I don't
King
know.
James.
Get it right. The Bible?
LeBron.
LeBron James.
okay.
Fuck your. I know he's the leading scorer now. Whatever. Michael Jordan is still the fucking GOAT.
Yes.
In their prime, put Jordan and James together. Jordan beats his ass.
My money's on Shaquille O'Neal.
Jordan beats
go the fucking Panthers.
Jordan beats Shaquille O'Neal every fucking day.
Beat all these guys.
Jordan, there's nobody that holds a candle to Michael fucking
I
Jordan.
will say this: Michael Jordan was never in Grown Ups.
Shaquille O'Neal was. and
Shaquille
Stone
O'Neal
Cold.
was.
Okay.
Well, part
And
2.
Stone Cold,
Yeah.
Fuck, that was.
I forgot he was in there.
That
I
was
was
great.
watching part 2 the other day.
I loved his
Grown-Ups is
character
cool.
in that movie.
I
Yeah.
do love grown-ups. I do love both.
Yeah,
One
it
and
was
two,
actually a
right.
pretty good
I'm
movie.
glad you're more into Grown Ups than the alternative.
Yeah.
That's good.
Billy
I
Dad.
don't
Wait.
really want to get into
Oh, kids.
Trying to save you from that 16-year-old Ariel comment.
I used
earlier.
I love me some Ariel and Jasmine. Jasmine and Ariel.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's all right.
in the real.
Hey-o.
I mean, come on, princesses. Let's go down this road real quick.
okay.
Princesses: Jasmine, Ariel, Cinderella, Snow White.
Yeah, when I-
Beauty and the Beast.
Belle.
Belle.
Yeah. Was
Uh,
Bella redhead? She wasn't, was she?
No, she had
No,
brown
she was
hair.
brown hair.
Nah, I'm out.
Hold on, let's keep going.
There's more?
Yeah, there's
Frozen bitch.
Frozen
Nah,
bitch.
That's
Elsa.
before our time, guys. You don't get to claim
Yeah, we
that.
don't want to do that, I
No,
guess. Okay,
no,
so
no.
just our time.
Core,
Okay.
The
Little
core
Mermaid.
OG
Snow
Disney
White.
prisoners-
Yeah.
Okay, so-
princesses.
Yeah.
Snow White.
princesses.
We forgot her,
Snow White.
right?
She
Sleeping
seems like
Beauty.
she would be very religious.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
very prudish.
You'd have to marry
I
her
think
to
it's
get
Snow
a
White.
finger in
Okay,
there.
so she's out. So Sleeping Beauty.
You know what?
It
Actually,
sleeps all the
no,
time.
no. She wasn't a prude. Snow
Yeah.
White with the dwarfs. I mean, what do you think they were doing at that fucking house, huh? Come on.
Yeah,
She's
mean-
hiding out. She's got 7 dudes.
she's got 7 dudes, all different.
Are they
you know,
perfect?
she's
No.
got angry.
Are they available?
She's got
Yes.
sleepy. She's got dopey. She's got doc. She's
Horny.
got horny.
Yeah. Rapey.
God.
Masturbating.
His name is Jerky. Get it right.
She's got Pinocchio.
Peggy.
Just keep
He
lying.
likes pegging.
Just keep lying, and he gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Lie to me, bitch. Lie to me, bitch.
She seems like that
Does it
girl next
stink?
door church girl.
No. Yeah.
She'd probably secretly be a freak though.
Right.
For sure.
Sleeping Beauty. I don't remember what she looked like. She had brown hair.
she had blonde hair.
She had blonde hair.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
she had blonde hair.
Wait. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
thinking of who the fuck am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Snow White.
Well, the black. If
Snow
you're
White
thinking
had
dark,
brunette
yeah,
hair.
dark hair had was Snow White, but in Sleeping Beauty was
She was blonde. Yeah.
the dark-haired girl was the evil witch. She,
Oh, yeah. Maleficent.
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 So Sleeping Beauty. So
She was
since we're on her, how?
I'm not big
yeah,
on blondes.
No,
Dude, when I was a kid, it was all about Ariel. Like,
exactly.
that was my crush.
Exactly, and that's why.
Sure.
That's why I said what I said.
And then the runner-up is Jasmine.
Hey, that's why I said what I
The
said.
midsection. The midsection. The belly.
Rewind this shit, and that's why I said what I said.
Lots of the belly, the whole belly.
I like
Exactly.
Belle. I like the dark-haired girls, pale skin.
Yeah.
She looked
Yeah.
like Belle was built for speed, dude.
But it's like,
that body.
have you
damn.
ever seen a hot girl and you knew what their ex looked like and he's big and hairy and nasty, and you're like,
Dude.
that's been on her naked, and it's kind of like the same thing with Belle.
I
Like
don't know
that beast, they fucked.
Oh,
in
in
animal
his-
form.
oh yeah.
I'm
You,
sure.
you got to take
Him-
it for a ride once, right?
yeah.
Him and Gaston got a piece of that shit.
No,
you
she
know
wouldn't
she
have
gave it.
nothing to do with Gaston.
She gave Gaston a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah, he was chasing
Yeah.
us pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave a little bit to
No
Gaston.
one rapes like Gaston.
Nobody-
when
nobody
drugs
s-
like Gaston.
Nobody spits like Gaston.
No one slaps
Nobody
you on your
rapes
ass and dumps you like Gaston.
If there was a lever and I could just disappear, I'd be gone 10 times faster than a gopher.
You need a green screen suit, so whenever we're talking about something, you just put your hood on and you just disappear. He's like, this is just
I'm now the
Andrew.
Worth in Fort Worth.
Yes.
If y'all
Then
aren't
in the
watching the
background.
video,
yeah,
It's
we got
okay.
the
It's all right.
stockyards.
I love this backdrop. Last time I think you had a light bulb.
Yeah, I changed it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I prefer
We
this.
try
got
to
a
change
few.
it up.
The, Tails logo.
Hey, look
So,
at
I've
us.
got.
It's the future. That Chinese balloon just keeps coming up. Though.
There it is.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
where are we?
Walmart,
What store is
aisle
this?
5.
Is that Wally World?
This is Walmart. Yeah.
We're in Walmart.
Grab me a bag of them Funyuns, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I just.
Very cool.
I have like.
I love your technology. It's the best.
Thank you.
You made technology
I did
great
some.
again.
I haven't put them on here, but I got like the Seinfeld set, the Roseanne living room.
What's happening?
I was trying to do the Seinfeld thing, but I couldn't really remember. I just remember they made weird noises.
I love that show growing up.
Yeah.
We talked about this, but
I love
there's
that show.
there's a 24-hour revolving,
Like done by AI.
never-ending Seinfeld show
Right.
somewhere on the internet now.
Right.
Creepy.
It's very creepy what AI can create.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
It created the intro.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking paragraph I had to read.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. I used to think like my grandparents, like, holy shit, think of all the technology that's changed as they grew up from the 40s to now.
Exactly.
But dude, life is gonna be really different.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick with
Yeah.
the advancements. I don't know what we're gonna see.
No.
There's no telling. I mean, they're talking about they have literally, I don't know that this is true. I know that they're saying this. They have figured out how to stop aging in mice.
Really?
Yeah. And
I
the
haven't heard of that.
application is supposed to be used on humans within the next 10 years.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you might live forever, barring any kind of nuclear strike from a Chinese balloon.
So, real quick, us three.
Yeah.
Would you want to live forever?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You would want to live forever.
Here's why.
Okay. Let me know.
Because if technology does increase, if you live forever, even if we fuck everything up, nuke
Right.
the world, but I live forever. So eventually I could figure out quantum physics, right?
Okay.
I don't know that I got the attention span for it.
Right, but if you can figure it out,
you could figure it out.
let's
Somebody
say you
could figure it out.
let's say you figure it out.
So
So you
it-
figure it out.
Any way you cut it, if I do live forever,
Right.
then there's going to be technology at one point where we're going to reach faster than light travel. And I'll be able to explore the entire universe if I live
Okay.
forever,
I didn't think of
because the universe is infinite.
You're gonna see
so-
some cool shit.
that. Okay.
Anyway,
And the
obviously I think
universe
about
is
this
so. It is. And the universe is
You
so.
have put more thought into this than I have. Yeah.
It's so fucking big that there is like an infinite amount of places you can explore. You'll never
run out of
Right.
shit
even
to
come
do.
close to
Yeah.
even a percentage of.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Even if you did.
Yeah. There's
I
so
don't know,
much.
I just
But it would suck too. Like if you get to a planet and you don't know what it is, and then you just like die.
yeah.
Yeah. But you
just-
don't die. You live forever. That was the terms of this.
Yeah, but some planet you're gonna land
exercise.
on, it's gonna be like.
But you can't die. You live forever.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but what about a nuclear blast?
You live forever. That's the
You
terms
just-
of the exercise.
You like
I don't know
mold
if
back
I would
together like
want
T1000, or
I mean, we haven't gone into those details yet.
Right.
The
I would
exercise was
assume
you live
like
forever.
something like that, a missile strike or something would kill you, but like you just won't die of natural causes.
Did you see that we
Right.
also recreated the T1000? We have done this now.
What?
They have moldable, shapeable, programmable liquid metal that they put in a cage and they made it escape. This happened.
Really?
Dude, that's creepy. It's like the symbiote thing.
All
Yeah,
sorts of
the
crazy
kinda-
shit
yeah.
going on.
It's
So-
so weird that they're coming out with all this
When
technology.
when you talk
that's-
about if I'm watching the Super Bowl tomorrow, I'm not. I'm looking for more weird shit like this. I'm serious. There's
You're
so
gonna be
much
searching
going
that's what
on,
I do.
dude.
My TikTok
Yeah.
is full of that kind of shit.
Mine
Yeah.
too. Yeah. It knows me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
mine too.
Yeah. No
It's
football.
like music videos and conspiracy theories.
Okay.
My TikTok has never shown me a clip of a football anything. Ever.
It's a pigskin that we throw down the field, and we try to gain yards. And
My
get to a
TikTok is,
These
touchdown.
guys are in at these guys. And
My TikTok is full of volleyball girls and NASA
Oh,
shit.
well, fuck. Yeah, volleyball girls.
Volleyball girls and satellites.
Oh shit.
That's
I
about it.
love
Beach
man.
volleyball or court volleyball?
Doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
Nah.
Not really.
Nah.
No. Because the court volleyball is just as good.
The only difference is if it's sand, you're like, where's that going to get? I wonder if, the way her shorts are bunching up, you'd think.
Now, okay.
Probably, man, that's going to be
Here's
a
the
hell of a
question.
cleanup job there.
Here's the question.
I'll help.
volleyball or softball? Which one do you watch?
Volleyball.
Which one do I watch?
I'm not saying softball girls ain't
I
got
don't
it.
watch either of them.
I mean, it just
What?
volleyball hits different.
Why is that weird? I don't.
Yeah, you watch one of them.
No, I don't.
What?
You don't
What do
have
you mean?
that
Are
on
you
your
a
TikTok?
male?
I don't have cable TV. I have streaming
Don't need
services.
cable.
Okay.
You don't. Who has cable?
Who cares if you have
Who
cable?
would I
If-
rather watch?
Yes, if you have.
Okay, I didn't.
If
you
there's
said
only
who
the
do you
option, if the
you
only
said-
option is volleyball or softball, what do you watch?
said who do you
I
who do
don't-
you watch? And I was just like, thought you meant.
Who's on
No.
second? Who's on first? Who's on home?
I thought you meant like who do you watch?
Right.
Do you normally watch softball or volleyball? And I was just like, I don't watch neither.
Okay. The only thing you have the option of watching of
Okay.
volleyball or softball. Who do you watch?
Oh, probably. I don't fucking know. Softball has weird rules, so I wouldn't understand it. Volleyball.
Okay, you're looking at their
Um,
asses.
Yeah, true, but they're all wearing pants. Volleyball, sometimes they wear shorts.
Yes.
You just
They
answered the
get a
question.
little-
Correct.
But volleyball's not as
You've done all the
interesting as softball. Oh man,
You've done all the math.
He's really thinking hard.
probably volleyball.
Thank you.
There you go. I mean,
Because
took him a while, folks, but he got there.
I think
They're
there's.
right.
Nobody's
way.
watching the sport.
It's just a
Soft-
flesh wound.
I mean, softball. You got.
Fucker.
There's some beastly girls in softball.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
you got
Yeah.
some really good, thick-looking ones, but
Okay.
then
Yeah.
you got some of them like
Yeah.
it really does come down to the outfit, and it's
Correct.
not because
Some of
they're
them aren't
wearing it. It's
flattering.
because they have to wear it. So like
Correct.
the volleyball girls take a lot better care of their core.
Correct.
They have to.
yes,
Softball girls are not concerned about that because they have full uniforms.
Yes.
So they just kind of let all that stuff go.
Yeah.
Now, if you put softball girls in volleyball outfits,
Mhm.
now we're talking.
They're gonna do some cardio.
Somebody's going to lose some kneecaps, but I mean,
God, imagine some big ass, 250-pound girl
I-
charging towards you.
I
with
got to
a volleyball.
ask because I have listened to several of your episodes. I really
Okay.
have.
Uh-oh.
And you
Here
are
we
on
go.
speed dial now.
Here we go.
Do your conversations all fall to shit like this, or is it me? Is it
No,
because the ones
it just-
I've watched other episodes that you've done that were really good. It was not like this.
It's the. It's just
this
the
bad?
way.
Is it me? It's me, right? Did
No.
I ruin this?
No. Well, so we've had a.
I'm totally
You're
fucking
the.
with you. Just
no,
so
I
you
know.
Okay.
I'm just defending myself hypothetically. So we've had 3 repeat guests. Well,
Yeah.
4 technically.
Do I
at
count?
the end. Yes.
Am I 5 or 4?
So you're number 4 technically.
4.
Excellent.
So
I'd like to come on again.
oh yeah, for sure.
Or, yeah.
want to always be coming.
I coming
I
day and
coming all
night
the
on the
day.
podcast.
I'll come
All day
anytime.
and night I come.
Anytime the Jareds call me, I'm coming.
Yes. I come
Whenever
between the
Jared's
Jareds.
come, I come too.
Nothing comes between the Jareds except Andrew.
Between the two of them, we are all coming. Jesus Christ.
I need to find a splooge background or something.
I need to find a new identity.
Sorry, folks.
Now, this has been more fun than the last time. The last
Oh,
time
yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just, for me, it's awkward. I'm pretty awkward around people. I'm the kind of person that I don't feel the need to make small talk if it's quiet.
Right.
For sure.
I'm fucking cool with silence.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Don't talk to me. Cool. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here. But I just can't. I'm not good at that. Like, so where'd you grow up? Like,
No.
just making that kind of small talk.
No.
And now that I've been around you a couple times, I feel loosened up more.
Good.
I'm like, all right, he's cool.
I need to get you guys on the Fort Worth Roots
Oh
podcast.
fuck
Oh,
yes.
I want to get on your podcast.
You're gonna
yeah,
get on
for
it,
sure.
boy.
We need to get on it.
Because you've never really been
Oh,
on
man.
another podcast.
I want to ride it hard, baby.
Oh, it's going to get you. And it's going to fuck you. Y'all seen that Paul Rudd
yes.
bit? What was the name of that movie? Jennifer Aniston's in it.
Yeah.
God damn, it's a shit movie, but it's so funny. Like, it's not actually a
Came
good movie,
Polly?
but it's so
No.
good. It's not.
That's
No,
Ben
it wasn't.
Stiller.
No.
Oh shit.
Paul Rudd and Jennifer Aniston.
Wanderlust. Is that right?
That sounds right. Where they go that whatever fuck cult thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
encampment. They're like on the rocks, so they're trying to do some swinger shit.
Yeah. I watched it when it first came out, and it was okay, but
Paul Rudd's in the bathroom trying to get himself psyched up because he's going to sleep with another woman, which he hasn't done since he got married to Jennifer Aniston. He's in the mirror and he's trying to, and he's strutting. He's got his shoulders back and he's looking at himself in the mirror and he's, oh yeah, I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck
going to get you.
I love Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is awesome.
And this is 40 when they're they eat the weed cookies, and then they're in the bedroom, and then the room service guy comes in. He's like, I think there's rodents in here. And she crawls upon her. They're just eating it. And then he's standing there and he has this robe open. He has a starfish in his whitey tighties. He's like, have you seen my starfish? Has anyone seen my starfish? I was like, that's the dumbest thing. But yeah.
You remember Role Models?
Yes. I love that movie.
Here's this clip that I love.
Oh, yes.
Good morning. Can I take your order? Can I get a tall chai?
Yeah.
Large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean a large.
He means a venti. Yeah, the biggest one you got. A venti is large.
No, venti is 20.
Danny.
Yeah. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Venti is a large coffee.
Really? Says who? Fellini?
How much is that? Here's a 10.
Do you accept lira, or is it all
You know
euros?
what? Just keep the change.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
They call it venti because it's 20 ounces.
It's
Venti 20.
Yeah, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Yes. Is that true?
The reason that's so funny is because it connects with you on a level that you didn't even know you had.
Right.
Because it is so fucking stupid. And I've done this. I've before I saw this, I've been to Starbucks and they're like, "What size do you want?" And I have said large.
Yes.
And they question you. They're like, "You mean a
venti?" And like,
I don't
no,
fucking
I
know.
mean a
I want the big
fucking
one.
large. I want the biggest fucking cup
Yeah.
you got. Put my shit in it and give it to me.
Yes.
Well, then that's a venti. Well, whatever the fuck you call it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I want to call it mine, so hurry up.
Yeah. Yeah.
write my fucking name on it?"
I love Paul Rudd for
Oh,
sure.
God.
Yeah. And he makes a great Ant-Man. you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So
He just, whenever they pull him out in Captain America Civil War, and he's like,
yes.
"Oh, wow, Captain America. Huge fan, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you're, what did he say? He's like, "Hey, you're someone else." He's like, "Hey, I know you." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, just like fanboying out,
Right.
meeting all
Right.
these superheroes, and then
Like,
he goes and fights with them. So
oh,
I was like,
I can call you Cap. Oh,
yeah.
sure. Hi, Cap. Yeah. Yeah.
Have y'all seen The Boys yet?
The Boys.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that TV show or
Oh
the
my
No, it's
HBO
the
or
yes.
Dude.
You got to
oh my
see
God,
the
I am
boys.
so jealous.
It's
of
a
you right
good.
now.
It's a comic. It's a great comic book too. But
I want
the
to say,
boys, yeah.
did they? How long ago did they make that? Because I feel like I started watching one of those comic book shows, but I only made it a few
3
episodes in. Does it start with
2 or 3
the
years ago?
the riots up in Oklahoma or something like that?
I don't think
There's
so.
a superhero show that was on HBO that I started watching, but then I couldn't get into it.
No, it's on Netflix. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's-
Or is it Prime? Might be on Prime.
The HBO, yeah, it's on Prime. The Boys is on Prime. The thing you're talking about,
Oh, it was the Watchmen thing. That
The Watchmen.
yeah.
yeah,
that's what I started watching. I
Yeah.
couldn't get into it.
yeah. The
I mean,
Watchmen's weird. It's
the movie was cool,
Yeah.
but it was just so fucking long.
Damn,
yeah.
that was long.
And I
Yeah.
want to go back and watch it, but I'm just like, that's like a
Yeah.
day almost.
I was really surprised by the giant blue dick.
yeah.
That really
That
caught
just
me
kind of,
off
I was like,
guard.
oh, that's
There it
yeah,
is. There's
interesting.
the big
There's
wiener.
the
We were all wondering.
blind.
Well, there it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's true.
yeah. DC is just not. They haven't done well in them.
They haven't
They
figured
do-
out the
they do
formula,
good,
right?
like-
I mean, it's
No.
just not
They
there.
do
It's
good
not
on
hitting the
some
same.
single franchises, but when they
Right.
tried to create the universe, it
Well,
was.
and then
What's-
Ben Affleck as fucking Batman. Get
Right.
fucked. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
man.
And what's weird is DC.
I
DC started the movie genre.
yeah
I mean, Michael Keaton is Batman.
yeah in '89.
Christopher Reeves is Superman.
Yeah,
Those two,
78.
that was 78, 79. Those two carry DC, and then all of a sudden, here comes Marvel, and they just wipe the fucking floor with DC
Yeah.
anymore.
And
I
they-
mean, Christopher Bale did a great job as Batman.
Christian Bale,
What did I call him?
Christopher.
Oh, Christian.
Christian
Oh, I
Bale.
was thinking about
Yeah,
Christopher Reeves.
they do
Christian
good
Bale.
standalone franchises,
Correct.
but their universe stuff is
Well,
just
who did the Dark Knights? Who did
that
the,
was Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan?
Yeah,
And those were the best.
yeah.
He did great.
Those were
And
absolutely
then he
the best.
But
helped.
why did he
didn't
stop?
He helped on Man
he
of Steel.
He made his money.
He
He's out.
did?
Yeah,
He didn't manage.
he didn't do it like the same. I can't. He did something. He was a producer. Or he did something with
Because
thing of Man of Steel.
Yeah, we haven't had a good
sucks.
Superman since I was a
No.
kid.
Well, I was just gonna say with the movie stuff, in 1978, they had Christopher Reeves looking great. I mean, he was fine. He was doing everything. Then they came out with that Superman Man of Steel, and that was shit.
What year was that? Or
That was like
approximate?
2000.
Yeah,
Five,
no.
Well,
maybe?
they had Superman
It was
Returns
horrible.
with Brandon Routh.
Right.
With that didn't
was
really
horrible.
go over well.
No, it was
And
horrible.
then,
all
yeah, they
that.
recast it and had Henry Cavill as him, which I liked. I
Henry
liked
Cavill's
him.
cool.
Yeah,
I like Henry Cavill.
it was a good movie.
He's good.
Hey, did y'all? I can't remember the name of it, but it was a spin on Superman where same thing, but he's
Yes.
fucking evil.
Yeah, the kid.
God damn,
Dark.
it was badass.
What was
that
it?
was badass.
I went and saw it.
I didn't
So
see
it's
that.
basically if he got dropped off on the planet but turned evil instead of good,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then he gets starts getting his superpowers and stuff. It's like Brightburn or something like that.
Is this a Netflix thing?
No, it
or-
came out in
It
the
was a
theaters
movie.
and stuff.
Oh.
It came out a
It
few
was
years
so
ago,
good.
I
but
have to see this.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's almost not really horror-ish, but it's like a
Yeah,
really
it was.
dark
Yeah, it was
take
kinda
on
horror.
it. Yeah,
I'll have to watch this.
it's called
But-
like Brightburn, I think.
Okay.
It's just it's a good thought experiment too, because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, Superman with all blah blah blah, that whole backstory.
Yeah.
Because they never
Well,
officially
what
call him
happens if,
Superman or
Oh.
Clark Kent or stuff, but it's
Right.
It's
it's
him.
literally this. It's
It's
him.
him.
So
Because they had the little TV series Lois and Clark.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Well, as a kid, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then they did Smallville.
Then they did Smallville.
Oh, another crush, by the way. Lois
yeah,
from
yeah.
that.
Terry Hatcher?
God bless
Yeah.
America. Yes, sir.
Amen.
Everyone had a crush on her.
God loves.
Because that was cool because it was like they had new Superman
Right.
each week.
Yeah.
And you're like,
correct, and that was
"Man."
fun.
As a kid, I was like, this is awesome.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, DC just couldn't. And then Aquaman came out. That was great. The first Aquaman was awesome.
Yeah.
The first Wonder Woman was great.
Yeah.
The whole Dark Knight series was great.
Yeah.
But then they started making Batman and Superman, Batman versus Superman, or Superman versus Batman. That was
Yeah.
fucking
Almost
shit.
watched that last night.
That was just
It's not-
fucking shit.
It's cool seeing them because that's the first like mashup movie that they ever
Right.
did.
Right.
Because everything else was like single superhero movies, but that was the first one that had multiple of the DC ones in there,
Right.
which was really cool to see. But
But
it was real weird and just
Yeah.
some of the connections. It just
and Justice League,
I still have not made it through that whole movie. It just
can't.
seems so
You can't.
cheesy.
And the
the
second one.
Snyder cut, like I tried to watch that one because I heard it's way better,
right?
but it's so fucking long.
I
Like
can't get over Ben Affleck. Like I just
I
my
like
brain
it.
will not buy
I
it.
liked him as Batman because it was a different take on Batman. Every single one they did, it was a young Batman when he's first starting out or whatever.
Yeah.
This
Right.
one's finally the old, grizzled Batman that's just over the shit and
Well, that's the thing that DC and Marvel
the Dark
keeps,
Knight Returns kind of
Right.
series.
That's what DC and Marvel keep fucking up. DC and Marvel keep fucking up Batman and Spider-Man.
yeah.
Every time they make a new Spider-Man, they have to tell the story. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
know
we
the
know the
story.
story.
We've seen the
We've
story
had the
3
origin.
fucking times
Yes.
now. We know Uncle Ben dies.
Yeah.
Right.
We know how Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man. We know how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman.
Yeah.
We get it. Fucking stop telling the story. It's just like in the comics. At some points in the comics, they become super beings.
I
They are
think-
badass. And in the movies, they haven't gotten there yet.
No.
I think
They're
we're just trying to
still-
get Toby Maguire that bad taste of it out of our fucking mouths.
Right.
So awful.
It was awful. It was.
Yeah.
He is definitely the lesser of the. I actually like the second Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, me too. Andrew Garfield was really
Andrew
good.
Garfield. Yeah. He was a great Spider-Man. He did both Peter Parker and Spider-Man
Yeah.
perfect.
I loved it, and then
Yes.
they only
Is
gave him
this-
2
is-
movies.
Is this the new one, the kid?
No,
No, this
the
is Tom
second.
Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland is the third.
So they had Andrew Garfield, and
I
he
don't
got
even know if I've seen it.
so Tobey Maguire had 3 movies, and then Andrew Garfield they
Had
rebooted
2.
it, had 2 movies,
Mhm.
and then in Captain America: Civil War they introduced Spider-Man again, and it's Tom
kid.
Holland,
Tom Holland.
who's like kind of
More
a
of
real
a
young,
kid.
That's the
kind of
kid. Okay.
Yeah,
Kid
and that's
version.
fine.
Yeah.
which
And
I
that's
feel like
more-
he's doing a great job
I-
too.
that's
And
my
that's
favorite
more Peter
version.
Parker.
I was more irritated. I was like,
agree.
why didn't Andrew Garfield get more time to
I
play
agree.
it? So
I agree. Andrew Garfield should have got more time as Spider-Man, but who Spider-Man actually is, who Peter Parker actually is Tom Holland.
Now, did they do all that bullshit
Holland.
because they were planning on a multiverse thing?
Yes.
Okay, so they did that intentionally.
Correct.
They weren't just-
well, I don't know if it's intentional.
Not back then, but
Correct.
once they started into the multiverse, that's when they
Correct.
brought in the other 3. Because I want to say it's probably like contract or studio issues because Sony had Spider-Man for the longest time, and then they finally got the rights to it.
Right.
And then they get it. Now that's why
Now they can
they're
do the
waiting for
multiverse.
something for X-Men to be brought in.
Yes.
Because something expires within the next year or two, I
Yes.
think, and that's how they're going to introduce X-Men into the,
Yes.
the
'Cause
MCU.
in Marvel, there is a multiverse that, there's a whole bunch of X-Men's, there's a whole bunch of Spider-Mans, there's a whole bunch of everything. And it's...
Well, the one thing that I really appreciated out of that whole Spider-Man mashup and is it No Way Home?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was the part where he's having to explain that the webs come straight out of him.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the
What?
fuck?
I have to make mine.
Yeah.
They just come out of you like everywhere.
Favorite
That's
part.
my favorite. I love
Absolute
that too,
favorite.
where they're just all casually talking and stuff about different things, and
Yeah.
it's like, you're in the. Are you in a band? It's like,
Right.
It's like, no, it's like this group of.
Yeah.
You've been to space? Like, well, hold on, I'm still focusing on the space thing. And
Right. Yeah. Growing up, reading these comics and everything, and just, I've got the cards, I've got the books. This is awesome.
Yeah.
My kids know about the books, but now my kids are seeing it on the big screen too. I think the very first Spider-Man came out in 2002, 2001 when we lived in Phoenix, and my son was just, growing up and getting into the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
And he just ran with it. And now there's so many different types of Spider-Mans. For the younger crowd, they just don't understand.
No.
But I get it, and there's so many different ones because there's some that Peter Parker loves Mary Jane, and then there's others where he's big into
What's her name?
I just lost it.
Fuck. What's that girl's name?
That's okay.
God damn it! I just had it. I was just getting ready to say it, and God damn
It's
it!
okay.
Zendaya's
It's all right.
character.
Yeah,
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one is a horrible death of her. I actually have that comic book of where Gwen Stacy dies, and it's a big one. It's a big tragic,
That sucks.
and even in
Cue
the movie,
Celine Dion. My heart will go
Yeah.
on.
Every night in my dreams.
Does he know every song?
I think so.
It's pretty impressive.
Feel you.
Nice. You even got the little tremolo in your voice. Is that what they call that?
Far vibrato.
my middle child would call her Celine Doing.
Celine
I
Dion.
like that. Like the
Yeah.
Asian version.
Yeah, we the game Apples to Apples,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
We were playing that one day.
Kind of like Cards Against
Correct.
Humanity. For
It's just a lighter
family
it's
version.
Family version, yeah. And she had Celine Dion's card, and she played it, and she had no idea what her name was, and so she's like, "Yeah, I'll take Celine Doing." I'm like, Celine Dion?
Sounds very Vietnamese or
Yeah.
maybe
Celine Dion.
maybe Cambodian.
We give her shit up to this
That's
day. and
fucking
She hates it.
I know my mom referred to Keanu Reeves one night. Is that got that Canoe Reeves in it?
Yeah, that
Like,
Canoe Reeves.
Does have that
Keanu.
U at the
Yeah.
end, yeah.
Yeah. It's Keanu.
Keanu.
Did you ever hear his stage name that he almost went with?
No.
They told him that Keanu Reeves wasn't a good stage name, so then he did this whole thing on Jimmy Fallon. He's like, I went out to the ocean. It's like, what's my name? And then Jimmy's like, and then the ocean answered back. He goes, Chuck Spadina.
Chuck Spadina.
And then I think he went into the office or whatever, the movie production or whatever, and he told him that name. I'm like, no, let's just stick with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He stuck with that,
Yeah.
but he was almost Chuck Spadina.
What'd y'all think about the latest edition of The Matrix?
I tried to watch it. I just
Yeah,
can't get into
I
it.
can't
either.
Like, it was
I
kind
couldn't
of
either.
cheesy from the start, and I was like,
I like the first three.
What
They're not
sucks
bad,
is
but-
I like the first one.
like I really loved all three of them.
Yeah.
Mhm. I did too. I just can't get into this next one.
And it
this
was
last
really
one.
important for like, well, it was a pivotal
pivotal. Yeah.
pivotal
say.
moment for cinema. You know, they brought
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
new
for
technology
sure.
Oh,
into
yeah.
the
Yeah.
movie
And that was
scene.
when that technology was just breaking
Right.
out. So that movie was
They made
cutting
it
edge.
for
Right.
that,
Yeah.
Right.
And then so I mean, fucking The Matrix. The first three were phenomenal. They were historical.
Right.
They were great.
I
And
agree.
and then we got this fucking
Yeah.
shit wiped in our face with
I
this.
know.
last
John
one.
Wick comes in. And
Awful. No, it was not. Come on, that was not
Yeah.
John Wick. That
No.
was. It was the most watered down.
I didn't even watch.
when you try too hard.
Well, they weren't.
can
though.
see it.
They didn't feel like they were trying too hard, did it?
Well,
I feel like they didn't
I
give a
just-
shit. It felt like a money grab.
right.
Yeah,
They were just throwing it out there.
Let's see if we can get some assholes to buy some
Right.
ticket off
because
nostalgia.
I watched it like maybe
Sure.
20 minutes in or so, where it's basically the same scene as
Yeah.
Trinity had in the first one, and then she gets the whatever, and then I was just like, okay, I'm not.
Now,
even
she
down.
was looking solid.
And
Oh,
Keanu's supposed to be the next Ghost Rider, which is going to be Danny Ketch.
I want more for him.
So
I want more for Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I like Keanu.
I've noticed
I think
that
he'll be a good.
there's so many big actors. It's so many of them have been like superheroes somewhere.
Well,
It's almost like
true.
if you look at someone, it's like, what superhero have they been?
Yeah.
There's very few like big name actors that aren't like the real old guys that haven't been in some
Right.
shape or form into the MCU or DC movies.
Right. And that's one thing, Michael
Christopher
Keaton.
Walken
Yeah.
would like to be
Yeah.
a superhero.
Nice. I like that.
I'm
That was good.
auditioning for the Batman. He dresses in black and he goes around the neighborhood beating up punks.
He was in
One or two, maybe more at a time.
He was in Christopher Walken was in Batman Returns.
Yeah. He was the mayor or something.
He was the
He
mayor.
had white hair.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's the one that
Like, name other actors, and they've all, like, even the most
Yeah.
obscure. There's been a few, like Leo. I don't think he's had any.
No. DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't. No. Brad Pitt hasn't.
Yeah, Brad Pitt hasn't.
John Travolta hasn't.
Is that
Uh,
true? I feel like he
Doesn't
was
seem like it could be
something,
true. He
and
hasn't been
he was a
in-
villain.
He was Michael. He was an angel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of comic bookish.
No.
He was in Phenomenon.
No.
Phenomenon. Phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Tom Cruise.
I can't stop now.
Tom Cruise hasn't.
Phenomenon.
Tom Cruise.
But
yeah,
see,
but
that's
God, he is a superhero.
That's the
bro.
Man's a
disconnect.
fuck.
Does his
That
own
is Batman.
stunts, son.
that's
true
the
Batman.
disconnect though, right there.
Yeah.
That's the movie's right there. The thing that separates DC from Marvel is the casting.
Yeah.
DC has done shit after Michael Keaton as Batman. They really haven't. I mean,
It seems like they tend to more
I like
But
the Aquaman guy. Who's that guy?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good Aquaman.
Yeah.
And then
So sweaty.
Christian Bale was a great Batman,
Yeah.
but Ben Affleck was not. He was not a good Bruce Wayne or Batman. I don't think. Val Kilmer, I think he played a good Bruce Wayne. I don't think he was a good Batman.
George Clooney. Fuck
George
off.
Clooney, I don't think he was a good any of them.
No.
I
Adam
think Arnold,
West. No.
Arnold Adam is Adam. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a good Mr. Freeze.
Oh, dude,
He
that
had
was
the cheesiest
he just
fucking
had-
line.
that was the
ever.
worst
he was
Batman.
always cheesy. He was always cheesy. But Jim Carrey was the very best Riddler.
God damn
He
right.
was the
that,
best fucking Riddler. Chill.
What?
Yeah.
Just had that one ready. Huh?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was the best
Yeah.
I love
I'll
that
agree with
Riddler.
that.
Riddler.
Yeah.
The only
That whole movie was great.
the only person I feel that can top the Riddler in that form is now I feel like Neil Patrick Harris.
Mm-mm.
I feel like he would make a really good Riddler.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
not gonna beat out Jim Carrey. Did such a.
Jim.
He's not going to
fucking
be
good
as
job.
crazy as Jim Carrey and stuff, but he would have that more like just
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like he would make a good one.
I don't know.
What do you think, America?
I don't know.
Call in.
Jim,
No.
like for me, like I love Jack Nicholson as the Joker, but really,
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Jared
Heath
Leto.
Ledger-
Damn.
Heath, no, fuck I love Jared Leto.
Joaquin
as,
Phoenix. Actually, I really like that version of it.
It wasn't bad, but Jared Leto, I'm really feeling bad for this guy because I'm a huge 30 Seconds to Mars fan.
Yeah.
I love 30 Seconds
Every
to
movie they
Mars.
put him in like bombs.
It
sucks.
does. Like I actually give Morbius a very good
See, I didn't
rate.
see that.
I
'cause
think
it
Morbius
just-
was
I heard
good.
horrible stuff about it.
The only thing I think with Morbius is they should have done Morbius as a Netflix thing like they did Moon Knight and everything else. They should
Yeah,
have
like a
made it
mini
a movie.
series or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they would have made Morbius a miniseries type of thing, it would have got better reviews.
It,
Yeah.
It looked like dog shit. I haven't seen it because it looked so bad.
Right. I mean, Morbius is not that great of a character. It's not huge. Morbius just fits in. Morbius goes with Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and Punisher. That's really all Morbius does.
Yeah.
So he really should have been a Netflix type thing, like a Loki
Yeah.
type thing, like a Moon Knight type thing. Moon Knight isn't a huge deal. I love Moon Knight with all my passion, but Moon Knight is not a movie character. It's just somebody that you need to watch on Netflix, kind of get to know the character, and then when they introduce him in the MCU, you understand where he comes from.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
He doesn't need an origin.
He's not a
movie or
Captain
something.
America. He's not a Spider-Man. He's not an Iron Man. He's not a Hulk. He's not any of those things.
Yeah.
He is a great character. He's just not a huge guy.
I'll give you a little bit of alcohol, and you really nerd out.
Dude, I love, and I can't, nothing against you,
Uh-oh.
but I can't wait till next week when we have David on here
If he
with
fucking
180.
comes on.
180. He's fucking coming on,
Yeah,
or we
right.
get,
I
we
believe
get
it.
Always
Nice.
got to
Yeah.
back up.
fucking David. You
No,
better ask
okay.
come on because I cannot
So
wait.
I'm double booking because he's
Okay.
canceled so often.
I know. I get it.
And
I get it.
I believe
totally
Juan
understand.
from Osos Colosos
Okay.
is trying to come on
Okay.
because he said
can-
he's good for next year. I was like, well, we have this guy, but I was like, you know what? I'm
He-
going to book you too.
Correct.
So we're either going to have Juan and David or Juan.
Talk
Okay.
about really
Hopefully.
overstaying your welcome. It's whenever the host of the show
I
starts
love
talking.
you, Andrew. I love
We
you,
can't
Andrew.
wait for the next
Andrew's
episode.
the best. Andrew's
We
the
are
best.
so done with
I
this
love
He
you,
fucking guy.
saved our ass tonight. Plus, it's just
I love Andrew.
it.
But no,
Andrew
Dave,
fan club.
but
You guys are
Andrew, David,
Yes.
Dave,
Claps all around.
I've been with preaching 181 comics and collectibles from Ben Brook. They're awesome guys.
Is it a local
Yes.
shop?
It's a local shop.
Nice.
David and Sean.
Does he only have one
Shout out
location?
David
Or?
Sean.
They only have one shop right now.
Amateur. No, just kidding.
But they
You
do
try it.
they do great things. They do all these different shows. They go anything that's going on in DFW. They are
Can
involved.
they get us
Nice.
some cool guests?
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure they can. They have all these.
You owe
different-
us.
They do all these different signings. That's one reason why David hasn't been on is because they've had so many different signings. Guys from Pokemon and guys from Yu-Gi-Oh. Is that?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Yu-Gi-Oh. I wasn't big into those two things. But
Give me some Power Rangers and fucking.
exactly. they had what's his face and before he passed away.
Oh, Jason David Frank.
Just- yeah,
He was at the GameStop in Lake Worth, I believe, back in 2020. And I have a Green Ranger signed by him. That's in the package still and everything.
like David has a picture with him, and then he has a picture with the guy that played Batman, the voice of Batman,
Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy,
Wow.
and then they both passed away.
God, that'd
after
be a
they-
sexy
Shit.
fucking.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
love-
don't take a picture with David.
No,
Shit.
yeah, David. You're
Curse.
kind of cursing people out there, but
Jesus.
but no, David definitely will be on this podcast next Saturday. Otherwise, he's giving us money.
Yeah.
Or you
But,
might just get me again.
But yeah, I just
True.
I nerd out so bad
Juan,
with
everyone
Marvel.
canceled.
I'm a big DC guy. It's just I'm more partial to Marvel because Marvel's all connected. Like DC keeps themselves separated.
Yeah.
Like you never really hear people talking about Gotham City when they're in Metropolis.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man, everybody's connected to Spider-Man. Everybody's connected to Doctor Strange. Everybody's connected to Wolverine, the X-Men.
Yeah.
It's Marvel is all connected. DC to me is just very sporadic. There's not a lot of things that connect with one another.
Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of hooked myself to Marvel more. But as I was growing up, since Superman was such a big deal with Christopher Reeves in 1978 and all those movies, I love those movies.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the worst one that people say. Superman
Quest for Knowledge.
No,
or-
Superman 3
with Richard Pryor.
with Richard. I love that. That
I
is
don't
my
remember that one.
I
I know I've
love that
seen
one.
it. I've seen
I
them
don't
all. I
remember.
feel like.
That
but-
is
didn't know
my
Richard Pryor
favorite
was in one.
Superman.
yeah.
It's my favorite Superman. And
Does he call him the N word?
Jesus.
This man can fly.
yeah, I don't know why it's my favorite Superman. It's just, Richard Pryor's in it. And I think it's because Superman turns evil in that one and he fights himself.
Huh.
The evil Superman fights Clark Kent.
I want to see this.
It's
I need to go back and rewatch it. I
Everybody-
know I've seen the first one.
I think Quest for Knowledge is good. Superman 4. I like all.
I don't even know
I
which
like
one.
all
I
four
don't
of
think
them.
I've seen that one at all. I've
Yeah.
seen bits and pieces because the second one had General Zod in it, right? with the
That's
little mirror. Yeah, that's part
That's
2.
two. Mhm.
Richard Pryor's in the 3rd. I don't think I've actually seen that one. And then part 4, I don't know anything
Yeah.
about.
4, I like them all. I just Christopher Reeves to me was a great actor, not just in Superman. You got to see in all the other things, and his best friend was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
When
They went to Juilliard together.
correct, and when Christopher Reeves hurt himself, he fell off the horse,
Yeah.
and he was paralyzed. Robin Williams came in as his doctor.
Yeah.
He came into his room and he's like, "Oh, we have to operate right now. We must get him to operation table." And Christopher Reeves is freaking the fuck out, and he thinks he's getting ready to be operated on, and he's like, "No, this is not right." And finally, Robin Williams removes his mask, like, "Dude, I'm fucking with you. It's me, your best friend." And they have this long conversation, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I just
I've got a connection to that story. The episode I'm releasing Monday is with a guy that was Robin Williams' stunt double. No bullshit.
what?
Yeah, he lives, works, and is actually a director and a film producer here in Fort Worth.
What?
And I got him
What
on the
movies
show.
did he need a stunt
Awesome.
double for? Hook?
You already did his.
Yeah, it's
You
in
already
the
did.
can.
You're
I'm
doing it Monday.
Yeah, I'm releasing it Monday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Dennis O'Neill. And
Awesome.
he's just a really cool, laid back dude. And he's
Okay.
shooting a show here in Fort Worth called Bailout. And
I'm gonna watch
it
that.
takes place here in
Dude,
Fort Worth.
okay.
It's filmed here in Fort Worth, and it's just
Dennis O'Neill.
a cool little connection.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did that just?
It's Fort Worth, bro.
That's
We got
awesome.
all sorts of weird connections. here.
Yes.
I know. I'm too afraid to like reach out to some of these people, or I don't know them or anything.
Right.
You just
When
got to
you reach
say
out-
nice
I'm
things.
literally like going through my Instagram. I was like, should I invite any of these
Yeah.
people
Fucking
on?
shoot him a message, man.
I love how things are connected like
Well,
that.
and-
Yeah.
and
I
Fort
love
Worth
how
is
that-
like that. Like our community is just real open.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I've
Now,
loved-
if you can get him to come on twice, now you know you got something
Heyo.
right.
Now-
yeah,
you guys grew up here, right?
I
You
did.
guys-
I've lived here
Meh.
almost all my life.
Eh.
I'm actually from all over the place, but
But how long?
I've
have
been
you
here
lived-
for about 14 years.
Okay, I've been here for 6 years, and I completely love this place.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Dallas DFW.
It's different.
It's big city, but it's got that small town feel still.
It's got everything.
biggest small city.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything. It really does.
does.
I actually told my company a while back that I was completely mobile. I was able to go wherever they needed me to go. But then my wife told me on my way home from church a couple weekends ago that she loves where we live. She absolutely loves it. She loves her job. She loves the people she works with. And so she's like, I really hope you don't have to move. And so I told
Oh,
my
good.
company the other day, I'm like, hey, I am not mobile now.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something like she loves this, she loves that, but she thinks I'm okay. I thought that's where that was going.
So I'm getting divorced.
You're all right. Yeah. She's like,
You're cool.
the Funky Panther is awesome. And, you know,
Yeah.
the
Your
Fort Worth,
podcast, what are
Fort
y'all
Worth
doing?
Roots is all right.
Good.
Even though you took home the trophy this year.
Oh
This
well.
last year.
Heyo.
1 year. They've
So-
got they've got a 3 under their belt.
Okay.
Hey.
How many,
But you
like,
got it
how
this year.
much backstock do you have of podcasts? Like, how often do you record and how often,
Right.
when do you release?
I've
Like,
got 8 in the can right now. I
Okay.
release one every Monday, and I record whenever people want to record. And lately, a lot of people have been hitting me up. So
Nice.
I'm just I'm gonna have to start releasing 2 a week. But yeah, as you
Wow.
know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fucking work.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Well,
But
I
it's
don't
fun.
edit mine a
It
lot
is.
at all. And
But it's
the
a lot of
more
work.
the more work is on the video side, but we record on, Saturday nights. I usually release the podcast at least Saturday night,
Right.
and then videos usually Sunday or whenever I get to it. And then we just do it one at a time and then release it right after.
And I don't do a whole lot of editing, but I have to listen to the whole episode.
Yeah.
And every time I stop to make a cut or edit or do anything, that pauses the process. So a 2-hour recording can take
Oh, yeah.
6 hours to
Yeah.
edit, and I'm a working man.
Yeah.
I got a job.
Yeah. I mean, just speaking on my half, I'm sure I speak with Jared too. I mean, just to be with you, with Fort Worth Roots, and then be in the presence of Funky Panther. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just awesome. I mean, to have you guys as, a threshold to you guys that we look up to and something that we hope to do more of. I mean, that's
Oh shit, man! I
you guys are
appreciate it,
awesome.
but I mean,
you guys are badass.
everything that you got to do, you're already doing it, and the only
Nice.
thing extra is you just got to put in the time. That's we're looking
Yeah.
at the analytics and
Jared-
talking to different people with their
Jared
shows
does
and
this-
stuff.
yeah.
That's the formula.
Yeah.
Consistency and time, and you're putting these
Yeah.
out weekly, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
weekly. And
You
I'm
just gotta
I'm
keep plugging away.
I'm so impressed with what Jared can come up with. I love what we both can do, but the shit that Jared can come up with in his brain it just blows me away. It's just
There's so much shit that doesn't make it on the
Right,
show that I come up
exactly.
with. I'm like, it's kind of. I had an idea. Well, I had an idea for. It was kind of like a movie script, but I would have the guest read the line that they were supposed to read, and it would basically say some remark that sounds kind of dirty or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, I have a big black one in the closet or something like that. And then I would have them rehearse it like we're doing acting scenes. And then I would read the question, and then it would be like something totally innocent or whatever. And then
right.
it was just stupid stuff like that. And I was
Right.
like, well, and then it never made it on the show. I've got like 4 or 5 of those little things I came up with.
You know where all the best ideas are? In the graveyard.
Yeah.
People have these ideas and they don't let them live out, and then they end
Yeah.
up dying before they have a chance to bring them to
Well,
life.
I've done that
so-
before because I keep notes on stuff when something pops in my head that
You died in
sounds
the
funny.
graveyard?
Yeah, almost.
Oh.
Well, I'll keep
Well,
notes,
huh.
and then every once in a while, I just if we don't have anything to talk about, you can just go right on there and pull out the notes. What are you talking about?
You know what I was gonna say?
What's going on?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought you were going somewhere with it, and then
I was, but
I was too
Okay.
focused trying not to say like.
I say then Jared comes in with a like. I'm like, fuck Jared.
I was gonna say your girlfriend could keep you going with the show,
True.
even after you die. So
Spiritual podcast.
Ooh.
Would be fucking dope.
Ooh.
Jenny.
Jared's here with us now.
Yes.
Jared.
Everybody's like, he died 6 months ago.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
If I can like spit out each word.
God,
Mm.
that'd take forever.
I know.
You'd have to stick a
Hello.
Yeah, we get
stick a lit
Hello.
candle up your ass
Welcome.
and then talk off
Candle.
the loudspeaker from the
Up
JRB.
ass.
No.
finger.
I'd be
Finger.
popping up so much stupid shit.
Yeah. No shit.
I would really fuck up the show. But
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Before you do the button thing, can I just say thank you very much for having me
Awesome.
back on the show?
Absolutely.
It's
Thank
an
you for
honor to
coming
get
back
invited
on.
once. It's a fucking mind-blowing pleasure to do it twice.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you so
cannot-
much.
We cannot wait to be on
this
your
will
podcast.
not be
Yeah,
the
we need to
end
set
either.
that up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's
so-
set that up
Saturdays.
soon. Okay.
So,
Oh yeah.
I'm
we
all
can skip
for
a
it.
week and
nah, you ain't
Well,
gonna
we
skip
can.
shit.
I would say we can do
do
his
mine
podcast
early,
and
do
then
yours later.
yeah.
Mine doesn't run near as long as yours. So
we fucking talk
I
forever.
would say
we
next
can get in and out.
next Saturday we already know David's on, so maybe next Saturday we.
Just hit me up. Saturdays is my
Well-
studio day for sure.
I have to work during the day though on Saturdays.
What time do you get off though?
6.
Oh, shit.
I get home at 6:20. I feed
Okay.
Murray. I make me something to eat. I kind of pick up, and
Fuck
then
Murray.
7:00.
You
Fuck
wanna,
Murray.
You wanna
Murray.
do a Sunday then?
Sunday would probably be better.
Ooh.
We can straighten
We
this
can do
out
Sunday.
after the show.
Yeah, we'll figure this out later.
All right.
So,
Thanks again.
all right.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Andrew.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to
Awesome.
another episode of Tales from the Fort. We hope you enjoyed our story today and that it transported you to a world filled with adventure and excitement. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to share it with a friend and leave us a rating on review on your favorite platform. We're always looking for ways to improve and bring you the best stories possible. So until next time, farewell from the fort and happy listening.
Peace. Love you all.
That was very much AI written. So
Thanks,
all right,
Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
Figured that was a prompt.